What's up, people? What is up? Welcome back. Another episode of the O.O.C. And we got the usual convicts in the house. I mean, my boy Roberto are wearing our
What's
4 in
good?
the morning hats. You know what I
What's
mean?
good? Representing. It's time to wake up.
So supporting a homeboy. I was trying to get him in here. Having a little bit of problems with StreamYard, so I don't know. I really don't know how I can help him on that. I'm trying to go back and forth on that, but while we're doing that, you guys go around and talk about your channel. Roberto, you're up first, my brother.
For those of you who have visited our show every Wednesday, I got nothing new to tell you. For those of you who are first times, I'll fill you in. I'm working with this madman, this genius, LDG, to try and get my intro together. Once that is done, son, I will be on with my own show. Hopefully getting my subscribers up to 100. It seems like YouTube has locked it at 59, so it is what it is. But you can find us here Wednesday nights, yo. Wednesday night, you find us here, just dropping shit off our chests. Love my people, my cricket crew. Love you guys. You're the ones who inspire me to make me want to come back along with my suspects. What? All of you guys, shut up. Wow. Enough love.
Next up, Gaiskar, tell the people about your channel, sir.
Basco Scenario, reviews, gaming clips, the random streams. I'm looking forward to being on vacation the next 2 weeks, man. Oh my
Nice.
God. You can catch me starting Sundays, man. Chaos Central shows with the Loki Roundtable, which I haven't seen. I heard it was good, so I don't know. And then I have the Bad Batch Roundtable with JJ, also on Chaos Crew. And then you can catch me on every single Chaos Central show starting Monday to Wednesday at 9 p.m. Then you can find me here for the O.O.C. at 10 p.m. And we're going to also bring out Game Changers as well. That's on hold right now, but we're going to be coming back with that.
That's right. Because I got some shit to talk about on that show.
There we go.
And Roberto, it's because there's green under the hat. That's why.
I'm like, this shit's freaking me out. I see you doing it too, so I said, okay, I'm not alone.
I'm like, yeah, there's green under there.
Because I'm over here, that shit's on my forehead, man. I'm like, what the fuck is that? How is that happening? You're right. So maybe I should just be like this all show. Mean mugging. Go ahead, Josh. Sorry, brother.
No, it's all right, man. Movie Aficionados. Roberto, pull back. What's going on, Roberto? I'm trying. I'm in the same boat, man. I'm trying to get to 100.
I hear you.
Been putting out videos every day.
Yo, you subscribe to me? Because I know I subscribe to you. All right, we're good.
To you. I think. I'll double check. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, you just did it?
No, I think I am. I'll check though. But no, I'll make sure you'll have one more.
I'll be at 60. Are you serious?
I'm at 70. When I get to 100, I'm gonna celebrate here on the O.O.C. whatever Wednesday that is. Doing a giveaway.
I hope I celebrate before you. Sorry to throw that in there.
No, man. Either way, we'll celebrate.
I hear you.
Time.
You celebrate
I'll be right
after
there with
me.
You celebrating, whatever time, brother. It's not a race. It's a marathon, man.
Sorry, I'm just competitive like that, man. I hope you finish second, but it's all good, yo. Let's do this.
It's all good. But now, I'm
fucking Gaiskar already dusted me. So I'd be like finished third and shit. Sorry, Josh. I'm on a little run.
It's all good. It's all good, brother. Anime reviews I'm doing, and here on the O.O.C. Wednesday. Thursdays, I might actually do a live music stream with me and my friend. We're doing like something acoustic that might come to fruition. But other than that, man, let's do it. 100 subs, man. Let's get to 100.
Happy day early Canada to you too, Dandelion Fluff, and all our Canadian friends.
Absolutely.
But we're protesting that mofo.
Yeah, not canceling that shit.
And I want to say what's up to the people that's in the chat. Mads Mama Bear, Austinator, Caleb's in the house. We also got
enough love.
Andrea's in the house as well. Paul is in the house. You know, what's up, guys? Glad you can make it. And Kamani Anime, is it Kami Anime? I always say that wrong, bro. But he's in the house, so I do appreciate that, you guys, for showing up. He said he had some stuff to get on his chest, so I said I'll probably send him the link so he can come in and get some shit off his chest. Did the Loki watch party last night. Him and Android were on there with me, so it was a pretty good show. And the show was fire, man.
Okay, don't say anything. I'm watching it after I'm done today. The show.
No, I ain't gonna spoil it for you, bro. I ain't gonna spoil it for you, bro. But you know how we do? Get it off our chest. Got a few things to get off our chest. And I think I will start with Gaiskar. Go ahead, Gaiskar. What do you have to get off your chest, my brother?
Well, as we all know, that Disney recently decided.
Hold on, Danny's in the house. What up, Danny?
What up, dude?
Hey, Danny.
Hey, Danny. Like we all know, they started. Disney pulled the name of the Boba Fett ship, right? Which was called Slave One, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, my beef is this. There's a lot of people that says, well, I don't really give a shit. And they don't care about what's going on. Now, I'm starting to think that that's the reason this shit is happening. Because a lot of us were just like, well, whatever. Oh, I don't care. But once this shit affects something you like specifically, and they say you can't do what you like, then you're going to get upset, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the thing that I'm like, today I was talking about with people and stuff, and I was saying, I'm like, yeah, I understand it doesn't bother you, it doesn't affect you, it's just a name. But it's a name that has a significance, right? If anybody knows the history about it, and Chris said it, the reason why it's called Slave One is because George Lucas was looking at the technology that was there at the time. And it was actually a hard drive, because when you have a computer and you have hard drives, Slave One is the primary, Slave Two is the secondary, and that's why it was called that. But now everybody's getting so fucking sensitive over names, over cartoon characters, over bullshit, and judging people. I'm like, it's not even about things anymore. It's about people's lives. The whole Johnny Depp and look what happened now with Bill Cosby. You see, the guy is out. Why? Because people are quick to judge on things that they don't have all the fucking facts. And getting,
you know what? That's a good thing you brought up. I wonder if they're going to put his name back on the Walk of Fame.
Since
they took it the fuck off.
Hold on, bro. That's a topic.
That's a topic. I'm not going further into it because I know it's a topic.
Shit.
But it's affecting everything. It's affecting from music to affecting to toys. It's affecting to shit that we grew up on. And instead of freaking canceling our history or sit the fuck down with your kids and say, listen, this happened. This character was like this because during these times, this is what the views were and this is what the politics were. Educate on the history, on the past. Don't erase it. Because these things from the past is what helps create a better future, not avoiding it, censoring it, not talking about it. That's the problem today. We don't want to talk about things that make us uncomfortable because of whatever way it makes you feel. That's the problem with a lot of this generation. Things have to get uncomfortable in order to grow as a society, not freaking deleting things and erasing things.
Do they still have debating, like a debating club in school? They still have
probably
that?
Not, because it probably hurts their fucking feelings.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I asked the question, because it's too sensitive. You're speaking your mind, and you might offend more than one person. Therefore, something's wrong with you.
Exactly. And that's what it's come down to. It's called walking on eggshells. And the thing is that the education system today teaches your kids that how to think and manipulate how it is, right? Because like I said many times before, like I remember when I would look at my kid, like, as parents, my father, a lot of times, I got the hits very rarely, but all it took was the tone and the look. And you'd be like, oh shit, right? Mm-hmm. And my kids, specifically one of them, when I would look at them, she comes down and she goes, that teacher said that you can't hit me because you could be in trouble. I'm like, motherfucker. Like I said, I'm like,
they're smart, they're educated now,
You know what I said? I'm like, listen, you can dial 911, but they'll be coming for a whole different reason after I'm done with you.
Bro,
right? But
we used to get beat in elementary by our principal and teachers,
Mr.
bro.
fucking Williams, man. Yes, I know.
And Miss Mansfield with Uncle Sam and Old Sam.
I got the ruler.
Yes.
I mean, shit happened to me in elementary that they would call abuse in prison. You know, like it's like, imagine you're in the land of giants because you're like in grade 2, grade 3. You know, you did a little thing, and now you got these 3 giants singling you out in the office, and you're just looking around, and you just see that big wooden fucking ruler on the desk, and you know that shit ain't to draw lines.
Yeah, see, I like what Andrea
said. Licks. I got enough licks.
That's exactly right. Whenever you erase history, you create a new history, which is false. Absolutely. They're creating a history which governments and fucking multi-million-dollar companies want you to believe. And that's the problem.
But no one poses this question, you know. Oh, the poor kid got licks. But ask the kid, did you know you were going to get licks if you got caught? Yeah, I had a good idea I was going to get licks, but I honestly didn't think I was going to get caught because they're stupid, right? That's how kids think, you know? And, you know, now it's abuse, but for me it was discipline because not only did I not want to do it again because I know the licks might get harder, it's that I didn't like the look on my mom's face when my dad was smiling and giving me them licks. You know, my mom didn't, you know, it hurt her to see her son get those licks, and that touched me more than the licks, because the licks, I laugh. Honestly, I laugh because my dad's not trying to break a belt on me.
No, that's the thing.
But I laughed.
But that's the thing that they don't understand, because they go, you know, it's the one time I remember that I disciplined my kid. I'm telling you, I cried. I cried after that because it hurt. Right? But never ever that what she did happen again. Never ever again. Not even a freaking fragment of imagination would she ever think of doing that again. You know?
Same here. I never beat my son when he was growing up because that's how I was raised, and I didn't want to do that. You know what I mean? I remember how I felt sometimes, man. And my dad used to go off on me, and but I deserved every beating.
I was gonna say, did you deserve the licks you got? Because I deserve a good 98% of the licks I got.
Absolutely.
The 2% is just, you know, that's just life.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got licks and you say, what'd I get that for? Well, shit, it's over. Just get off, you know, move over.
It's
gone. Exactly. Shit ain't coming back. It's not reoccurring, fun.
Bro, it's just driving me nuts, man.
Bro, I remember I was chilling by my friend's house, right? I was sleeping over there one night. You know me, him and his brother, we were just in the room, we were making noise, we were wrestling, play fighting and everything. His mom popped in and said, hey, you guys need to stop it, get late, go to bed. Say yes. They say yes, mom. I was like, yes, you know what I mean? 2 minutes later, we started going off again, making noise, blah, 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 this and that. She came in there with the belt and she tapped 2 of them. Whap, whap. But when she did the third one, she caught me. Whap. And I was like, ow. And she's like, oh, well, you deserve one too. You know what I mean? I went upstairs, you know what I mean, the next day, and, you know, parents asked me, I said, yeah, you know, we got hit, you know, I mean.
You deserve it.
They got hit.
They have green light.
Right. And my mom was like, oh, what did you guys do? Like, not exactly. Did you get hit or nothing? It was like, what did you guys do? You know what I mean? Because sometimes, I said it before, sometimes you need to, man.
But that's the way they were raised. They didn't give licks for nothing. We didn't have psychopath parents. You walk in the house and a slipper just catches you off the head. Because you know when you're walking in the house, you know you did something, so you're creeping down low, and that shit hits the wall. You know, because you know you did something. Facts. If you didn't do something and you're getting licks, that's abuse. Yeah. That's abuse. 100%. And again, the licks is to a degree. Everything is to a degree. If blood is coming off of you when you're getting licks, I'm sorry, that's abuse. You know, 100%. Those licks are supposed to deter you from doing it again, not injure you or harm you. You know,
maybe put a little bit of welts on you.
But they disappear. They disappear. Now it's evidence. You know,
I remember kids coming back to school the next day after they got fucked up at home from doing some shit. They would come back to school and you would see them sit on the chair like,
Yeah, bro.
Like,
Yeah, bro.
Well, licks vary across the world. I don't know about you guys, but West Indian licks are some fucked up shit. I
It's
saw my
funny you say
boys
that
get
'cause
licked
he
from
was
their
from.
mom from
What's
Barbados.
up?
That's exactly
up?
it. He was
What's
from
good?
the West Indies.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, bro?
This
Hold
guy's
on.
mom just grabbed his fucking clothes hanger, the wire ones.
That's like
Hold on.
I said,
Hold
I'm
on.
outie.
Hold on. First, I'll do this. Danny sent the $3 super chat. You're fired. Cried when beating your
Nice.
child. What the hell?
You know who he's talking to.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So,
Oh man.
so did you guys? And I'm pretty sure I know Gaiskar knows I had them. But did you guys ever have the wooden spoon and fork on the wall? You know, the big wooden spoon and fork.
Yeah, but I never saw the fork. I felt the spoon many times.
I felt the fucking spoon too, bro. You know what I mean? Sometimes you do some shit and there's nothing they can do but just grab that shit off the wall and whap, bap, bap. And whatever you did, you never do again.
Yeah.
I'm Jamaican, so I felt the belt
Oh,
with
yeah.
the spikes. Not the small spikes, but the ones with the huge spikes.
Yeah. Jamaican parents don't play, bro.
Uh-huh.
And I bet your ass didn't get into too much trouble when you were young, right?
Nope. And I got fists. I got fists, got belts, got everything. Never did it again.
If there wasn't a weapon around, it was a closed or open hand,
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
But it's one. That's it. There's no 3, 4. It's just that one, and your ears are ringing. You're like, okay, I'll get my balance. It's okay.
Yeah,
You walk straight after 2 hours.
Go ahead, Josh.
No, I wasn't really too much into the discussion. I'm the opposite, man. I'm a completely different era. I guess I don't know if it's because of the start of millennialism or whatever it was, but I remember we'd moved in with my father when I was about 6, and there was something I did. I don't know if it was something with the toothpaste or the toilet. He smacked me. He did something. He was like, "Don't you do that again." Da, 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 da. My mother found out about it, and that's when she left the apartment. She was like, "You can't hit my son." She was very protective of me. It was like kind of the opposite. I didn't really get hit when I was a kid. That's kind of one reason why I was quiet during that whole segment. I'm like, oh, I feel bad for these. But I will say this, man, like having my father, now my father was abused though. You know what I mean? By my grandfather, God rest his soul. I'm talking like my grandfather had like salt that he would throw on their backs after like they got whipped or whatever. He's from the 60s, you know what I mean? Like he's from a generation, before you guys or whatever. So it's just like I guess my mother saw that and saw, like what was going on with him and thought, I guess I'll get you out of that scenario and out of that situation. But my mother worked a lot. So my grandmother was kind of raising me and she didn't really hit me either. I guess in a way I turned out all right, but things would have been different if my father was there. You know what I mean? So I was kind of that part of that single mother, right in the beginning, right on the cusp of let's not beat our kids. Maybe even ahead of its time, ahead of where we are now. Where
bro, I used to fucking hate.
Don't beat our kids.
I used to hate parents teacher. Where'd you see that?
What?
Oh, it was just
where did you see that?
No, I'm just repeating what Josh said. Don't beat our kids.
No, that was the message. The
That's what's wrong with the kids today.
Yeah. No,
Can't get licks, and now they're all gangster tough, threatening their parents. What?
No, I agree with you, brother. I agree with you guys.
Yeah.
But I experienced something different as a child, which, whatever, man.
Yeah,
I turned out all right though.
This is what I'm saying.
A little younger than movie aficionados, and I was still getting beats and all that. Is probably because my parents are making it, not from America, but.
Oh, you're the anime dude? Yeah, you're probably a lot younger, man. I'm 36, bro.
Yeah.
I was right ahead of its time. Is what it was. Something else I was gonna say about that. I forget.
Hold on, I want to say something. You guys can't see my Twitter page because I'm on it now. I sent LDG a message. LDG, let me know if you got the message. Send me something back or something like that. I have no idea.
Oh. I remember what I was going to say. My cousins used to complain, though. My cousins all used to complain, like, why doesn't Josh get beat? Why doesn't he get beat up? Why doesn't he get smacked? He's, this and that. And they used to hate it. Like, and my mom always used to be like, well, Josh is really, really good. And they were like, no, he's not.
Yeah, that's what happened to me because I started getting better.
I used to hate parents-teachers interview. I got beat every single fucking parents-teachers interview.
That's called Licks Day. Licks Day.
That's why the day
you're not going nowhere.
That's why there was no school the day right after, because you had to recuperate from the beatings of that night.
I still went to school the next day, bro.
But there was no school the next day. It was always a pet day after.
Yeah, it's always a pet day the day after because you're absorbed. You got to let those licks heal, like he said, Man, I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot that day's coming, yo. I was planning to go to a dance the next week. That's over. It's over.
I used to hate that day, bro. I remember one time, it was bad. And I was walking home from school, man, with my mom. And I was like, please don't tell my dad. Please don't tell him. She's like, I got to tell him. Like, please don't tell him. She's like, I ain't not going back home. I'm running away from home. I got like not even half a block before I turned and started to go back home. And as I'm walking into the house, my dad is standing there putting on his clothes to go look for me. Thank God I came when I did, because if he had went and looked for me and found me, that beating would have been 10 times worse, because I made him worry even more now, Got home, took my beating, and every parents teachers interview, I'd get my ass bust. But
I'm just curious. I'm sorry, Anzo. I'm just curious. What did you pack when you were running away from home?
Nothing. I didn't. I was coming home from parents teachers interview, right? So I didn't even go in the house. I was like, I'm not going home. I was like, I'm not going in that house.
I did the same thing, and I remember when I packed, I was like, 2 underwear, a t-shirt, my favorite t-shirt, and my Transformer.
I think my mindset was like, man, I want to get the hell out of this stupid school, bro. I better start doing my homework. So I just automatically was like, I gotta get the hell out of here, man. Like,
yeah, well, good for you, because I wasn't doing it, and I was getting tagged every fucking parents teacher. There were a few where it was okay, you know what I mean? I did what I had to do, but those ones where I didn't, boy, whoo, you fear going home on those days.
You guys making me feel bad, man. I was spoiled as hell, bro. I get my toys every week and shit, man. That 90s kid shit, bro. It was different.
Let's not talk about spoiled, because I got every fucking toy too. I'd get beat, but I still get every fucking toy I wanted, man. Like I had everything I wanted. Let's just put it that way, right? But yeah, man. So back to Gaiskar's point, it's like instead of wanting to cancel everything, educate your kids. Yeah, you know what I mean? Educate it. Yeah. I said this on the stream the other day, man. It's like, if you don't like something, just stop fucking watching it and turn the fucking page or whatever the fuck it is. We have a little fucking button. It's called the close button, the X on your PC. Yeah. So if you see something that you don't like, you click that button, or you change to something else. But to sit there and say, oh, well, I'm going to go and talk about this, and I'm going to go and do this, and blah, 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 just so that you can fucking feel relevant. It's bullshit.
Is anybody happy about the Slave One thing? Like, is anybody like, yeah, it's about time? Like, I don't know. I'm not on the Star Wars channels like you guys are, so I don't know if anybody's like.
Yeah,
the thing is, a lot of people.
Personally,
go ahead, Cammy.
I didn't really care because I was not much into Star Wars, and I didn't even know the name of Slave One. So
be careful what you say. Remember what happened last night, bro. You got Phantom Zone for saying you got Phantom Zone for saying you don't like Star Wars.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I just said I wasn't interested in it.
There you go. Same thing to me.
I have a mild to moderate.
That name doesn't matter. It's just the name. People just overreacting about it. If you got a problem with it, just walk the other way. Because I remember growing up in the 2000s, if I didn't like something, I just watched something else or cared about something else.
I feel that some of these people just go through things and look for something to complain about. It's like they just scroll in and let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, look at this movie. Oh my god, look what they did in that movie. This movie needs to be canceled. You know what I mean? It's like this
false purpose.
Ocean's 11,
you
right?
know, I need to champion something and take on something. I want to be important because I'm not. You know.
Mm-hmm. And as you said, it, Slave One had nothing to do with actual slaves. That's correct.
About hard drives.
You know what I mean?
It's a slave drive, right?
Yeah.
I played Slave Zero for
What's up,
Dreamcast.
Tim? Glad you can
that
make
was
it.
with like robots or whatever. So I think that was like a slave drive thing too.
Yeah, it just makes no sense, bro. It's like every fucking thing offends people nowadays. Man, you can't get no good stand-up comedies anymore. You know what I mean? Like back in
no
the day,
good movies.
Well, no,
sorry,
movies.
You can't really say that, but it's taking a dip, you know.
Yeah,
it's taking a dip.
There's some good ones. There's some good ones.
Every month.
I just feel like the guys who write the shit, they've taken a major dip because all they can do is go off of other movies, and it's so sensitive. Like you got to watch, you don't cross so many realms. Then you know you look at it, and it's not even worth making a movie of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they shoved so many stuff into and they stuffed so many political agendas into it. Like, oh, we have to have a lesbian, we have to have a gay.
Let's cater to every fucking brand of life.
Exactly. Which kills.
And the problem is they keep putting into old stuff, not new stuff.
Yeah,
people will criticize the new stuff a little bit more than the old stuff.
Right. Oh, they find the old stuff to criticize too. Oh, why'd they put this in? Why'd they leave that out? There's always something to complain about, man.
And just call you a feminist or something.
It's ridiculous. But because that's it too. If you don't fucking conform to what they want, then you're a racist, you're a feminist, you're homophobic. It's like whatever they want to say. It's like, oh, well, you're that then. If you don't agree with what we say, then you're a racist. If you don't agree with what we say, then you're homophobic. And it's such bullshit. You know what I mean? It makes no sense, man. And K-Dot said people are actually just bored and looking for stuff to cancel, which is absolutely 100% correct.
Yep.
I think all the canceled people are going to go on their own island and then start canceling the uncanceled people or something. They're all going to gather together. Gina Carano and Pepe Le Pew will be there, and all the people, and they'll just do their own thing.
We are going to be living.
Slave One will be there. Yeah.
It may not be in my time, but if you guys seen Demolition Man, that's how this world is going to end up being.
Oh, yep. Squeaky clean, man. Squeaky clean. Oh, you're going to get like cursing citation and shit.
Yeah, bills.
You know what I mean? Music's not going to be, you're not going to be able to curse. You're not going to be able to do anything, man. If that's the way it's going, I think this is the kind of things that it's going to end up being. And like I've said many times, I am so glad that I grew up in the era that I grew up in, man, because I don't want to have to go through all this cancel.
Wait, can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
What is a slave one like? You know,
it's a spaceship.
It's a spaceship.
Spaceship from where?
Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Boba Fett ship.
Are you offended about that?
Am I what?
Are you offended about just a ship?
Come on, man.
He didn't even know what it was.
How can I be offended if I don't know what it is, man? What do you think? I'm Captain Cancel Culture here?
Well, I'm sure.
It's all good, yo. It's all good. I'm just playing with you now, man. I feel no way. I'm just tired of being in the dark because I'm a little older than these guys, and I ain't bashing what they're into, but a lot of the shit I ain't into it. So rather than sit here and look stupid or frozen, let me ask some questions.
They don't play reruns of. Do they ever play reruns of All in the Family or whatever on like Nick at Night or any of that?
See, now we're talking.
No, I'm I remember watching that shit when I was a kid. They probably don't even have that anymore. Like reruns.
Jeffersons.
In all honesty, there was so many episodes I can't recall seeing one twice.
Keep it going, guys. I'll be right back.
The material of their shows were so good, you never even considered to see if you saw it twice. It was just always entertaining, man, because you portrayed one of the characters, or you just something about it that you kept in your life,
Dude, Lucy used to get her ass beat by Ricky Ricardo, man. They probably can't show that either. Yeah.
You can't show stuff like that. Look at what's that show called?
Ralph Cramden, Honeymooners.
Blast or something. You can't even show stuff in like All in the Family that
Oh,
they showing. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Like Archie
Black
Bunker
people-
saying those jokes.
Yeah, right. Or even Ralph Cramden, man, right in the kiss, or the implication of I'm gonna beat my wife or whatever.
Yeah, stop her and send her to the moon.
Send her to the moon. I wasn't really into that show. I was like, yeah, this shit is mad boring, but that's just me. It was a little after my time.
They were funny shows.
You only could show men fighting men, women fighting women. You can't show nothing.
That's right.
Even in fantasy, even if it's fake.
But you see, just to show you how people are becoming so sensitive now. Now the Black Widow movie, because it's all about women, empowered women. There's a huge group of men now, building up, saying that they're going to boycott going to this movie because
they already did that with Captain Marvel. Sorry, Gaiskar.
Yeah,
they already did that with Captain Marvel.
This, I know, but this is a whole different other level. Though.
Oh, it's a whole nother level. Okay,
because they boycott Wonder Woman.
No, because did it? But no.
Yeah, I'm pissed off about Black Widow, but I'm still gonna watch it.
But why are they boycotting it? Because there's too much women.
Because apparently there's a message there about about men being
and women being better than men and stuff.
Yeah. That's you know what I take it as that's just somebody's opinion. Doesn't mean it's so.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and not only that, it's like we've had so many movies with men being above women or men being stronger.
Yeah, why not?
Well,
who cares if we get one or two?
Hold
like
on
this,
now.
It makes
why
no
not?
sense.
Hold on.
Especially a superpower show, you know.
Wait. Movie aficionados here. I have to say a couple things. 1976. Ripley, Alien.
Yes.
We got Sarah Connor. You got The Bride. From Kill Bill, who would kick any of these girls' asses. Like there were strong women in film. Charlie's Angels, bro. Like, yeah, there have been tough
Charlie's Angels. I don't know about tough, man. They were always pretty. I never really saw them fight and shit. Maybe the modern one, but the one back in the day with Farrah Fawcett and all of them, they weren't really fighting. Maybe. They were just too pretty. Too pretty. They always ran in with their hair floating, their nice tight leather bodysuits and, fancy cars. That's all it was. There was no fighting. But everybody watched that shit.
Gaiskar and Anzo, remember when you guys cringed in the theater when all the girls showed up like, yeah, don't worry, we got Captain Marvel, and then she just blew through the army.
I didn't cringe. I didn't cringe. I didn't mind it, but my first reaction was like, oh, women power. As soon as I saw that, I just said women power.
She blew right through the whole army. She didn't even need anybody's help.
You see, that's the point. She didn't need anybody's help. But when they had that scene, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh shit, that's wicked.
Okay.
I'm like, I was like, I like that shit. You know what I mean?
Sorry if I spoke for you then.
No, I liked it. I liked the scene. It just didn't make no sense because she didn't need none of them. She didn't need them, but it was a girl power scene. I didn't have a problem with that.
Spider-Man asked her, "How are you going to get through that?" After he literally just watched her destroy Thanos' ship. It's like, what are you talking about?
Exactly.
What are you saying?
Like, did you not see what she just did?
Yeah. That didn't bother me though. That really didn't bother me. You know what I mean? I don't, like I said, I don't have an issue with those things, and I don't have an issue with Black Widow, whatever they're talking about. I could care less. I just want to see a good movie, you know what I mean, and watch Scarlett Johansson in that tight little fucking. I don't care. I just want to see Scarlett Johansson kick some ass in that tight little outfit that she's gonna be in. You know what I mean? And that's all that matters to me, man. I don't care.
Florence Pugh, she's kind of hot too,
Because her body be looking like milk.
Her body be looking fine in that little tight suit. So Scarlett Johansson kicking some ass.
Iron Man 2 though, that was with the curly hair.
Yeah, and Iron Man 2, she looked fire. You know what I mean? So let her go out there and kick some ass. I'll be eating my popcorn, watching that shit, hands down.
Those cookies.
And if I watch it at home, I will pause it on a butt scene. I don't care. I'll be like, oh, okay. Let me see how it looks. Oh, yeah, the butt looks fine. And then continue watching. I don't give a fuck.
There's nothing wrong with that, ladies and gentlemen.
No. Why would there be?
Absolutely not. I'm back in. Yeah.
Well, Mads, I would hope that the final battle in WandaVision would be Scarlet Witch and Agnes.
But people were upset about that, right? They were like,
I mean,
expected someone else.
That's a
Yeah.
All
yeah.
they expected was Doctor Strange at the end training her.
Doctor Strange or Mephisto or something.
Yeah, everybody wanted Mephisto there.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah,
they hate it. For
absolutely. So next topic, we will let Josh get the shit off his chest. What up, Josh?
Man.
What do you have to get off of your chest, my brother?
Can you play the video or not? It's up to you. If you can't,
no, I can. You know what I will do? I will put the video because it's only a minute and 49 seconds. I'm gonna put it in the chat, so if you guys want to go and watch it, they can watch it. But YouTube's gonna ding me for this crap.
No, that's fine, man. Yeah, no. So basically, oh my God, this very lucky man won the lottery. I think he won about $30,000.
Okay, before you continue.
Before
you continue. Yes, he won $30,000 and bought a fucking $20,000 gold chain.
I was gonna get to that.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Well, assuming that also like taxes being taken out, I'm gonna guess that you walk away with about 25,000, maybe even a little less.
Yeah, he only gets 70%.
And bro, like you got a $20,000 chain with your money, and you live in Detroit. I'm not trying to make any. Well, there's a lot of stereotypes going on here, and that's kind of why I want to bring this up. You're in the middle of a bad part of Detroit. You got your shit taken away from you. He got robbed and beaten, and he got his $20,000 chain stolen. Yeah, man, we got to do better than this.
It's called tax. It's called not respecting your environment, not knowing where you are.
Yeah.
Like, why are you going to feel sorry for him wearing a $20,000 chain where people don't even get fucking clean water? What are you, an idiot? Come on, man. There must have been hyenas all over this guy, all over him, taking links.
No, the end of the video, if you watch, the people that robbed him, they wait in that gas station. That's another thing. Like
they wait there for people.
Like their faces are on the screen. Like we know who they are now. Like that goes even further too.
Yeah, but you know what, Josh?
Stupidity.
Just imagine, maybe they're that desperate, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not living their life. I'm not saying this is right, but my mom used to tell me not to wear some little thin gold chains in certain areas just to not attract attention to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Put inside your shirt.
I'm gonna wear a $20,000 fucking necklace on my neck in an area where I know I'm gonna get taxed. That's like me almost saying, "Yeah, come and try." No.
Well, I hear what you're saying, but man, like Josh said, you got to do better than that, man. We got to stop trying to take from our people, man, and take things from. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying it's right, Anzo, but at the same time,
I know what you're saying.
I just don't feel sorry for this guy because it shouldn't come as a surprise.
I don't feel sorry for him, but I want this to be. I mean, I guess it's a cautionary tale. No, it's the cycle of poverty. Like, bro, like you're in the worst spot. You got out of it, man. You could have got the hell out of the hood, instead. I don't know what, I don't know if you're trying to impress some woman, man.
Maybe you just didn't think about it.
But if you guys watch the video, you'll see the guy, bro. I don't care if he had 15 gold chains, man. He's not really gonna be popular with the ladies. But I digress.
I hear what
the point is, you can take.
Just say he's fucking ugly, Josh, with his sympathetic fashion.
All right.
Shit can't even look in his own mirror.
Well, and then and also, I'll talk about the elephant in the room too, with the fact that this is even a story. I know I'm bringing it up because I have my points and I want to educate, but the fact that they exploited him and had this news story over in Detroit, and you hear the guy talking over it, his voice sort of like, "Oh, I did steal his chain," then they interview him. It's like the media too. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, he gave a play-by-play. Oh, you didn't see the video, Gaiskar?
No, I didn't get to watch it. Sorry.
Oh,
yeah,
watch
I
it,
see it. Yeah, he should have just
watch the video. It's only a minute. It's only a minute and 50 seconds, so you guys can watch it.
I'm gonna fucking watch it because I know back in my day, that's when tax was created, and you had to, as much as you pay tax now, you had to respect it back then. Like, you wear your nice shoes to those parties where it's dark. Yeah. You don't want to be showing off your shit because chances are they're gonna sneak up on you and they're gonna do harm to you as well as take your shit. You know, that's the downside to that. You know.
Andrea, he couldn't protect himself or strap himself because he spent all his damn money. He could have bought a $5,000 chain, $500 gun.
You know,
you see, now that is
buy a couple of coins.
Now that is the issue right there, right? Because I'm pretty sure, and I don't want to judge. And I don't want to judge. It's a Facebook link. You can check in Facebook, or you could check it on the stream. So I don't want to say. Hold on, let me get to this. So Blasted sent a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, brother. I also subbed to your channel. I checked out your content. Done really good, man. We're gonna have a little conversation one day, brother. So just keep in mind that I'm gonna reach out to you one day. But with that being said, that's another issue too, right? You win $30,000, and the first thing you think about is, I'm gonna go buy this gold chain, and I don't want to judge him, right? But I don't.
Oh yes, you do.
I'm just saying.
I hear you.
He didn't look like the type of person that ever had like that much money at one time, right? So think, man.
Yeah, he wasn't say video unavailable.
All right, I did want to do this too with my topic. Let's go around the bin, man. Anzo, you first. You get that $25,000. You know, after they take your taxes out. What are you doing, brother?
Well, first off, we're in Canada, so if we get $25,000, we're getting $25,000.
Oh,
but I ain't wasting it on bullshit. That money is going into my account. Yeah, that money is going into my account, and I'm keeping it there. What do you think that's gonna stop me from working and doing my shit? Nah, man, that adds up to my savings, bro. That's where that goes into. That goes right into my savings.
Are you there to take taxes out? Damn, son. Woo.
No taxes if we win. So if you win $70 million, you get $70 million.
Oh, God, man.
That's good.
And the lotto for the last 2 weeks was it was $70 million for the last 2 weeks, and I was buying tickets like crazy, bro. You know, I'm buying tickets like crazy, but I know that your chances of winning, they say you have a better chance of getting hit by lightning twice in your life, twice before you win the grand prize of a lotto, right? And I never got hit once, so.
I think I might buy a $70 million chain, man. It's just gonna be fire, bro. Roberto, what about you, brother?
Sorry, I'm just watching the video, man.
No, you're $30,000. What are you gonna do?
What an idiot!
Yeah.
Some of that will go towards my credit line, and I will invest in some cryptocurrency.
I'll help you out, man. Let me know, man.
Some of that shit will be sitting in my bank collecting next to nothing. But you know, like the way things are going on, you really have to plan for tomorrow, because you just, you know, like they were saying, my generation might not get their pensions after all that money they gave out for COVID. You might as well fucking kiss that shit goodbye.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said, if you get that money, bro, you got to put that towards your future, man. Because we are getting old. Me, you know, I'm 47.
I'm already there.
Sorry.
Take
35.
the getting out. Take the getting out of that phrase.
Sorry, just turned 35, but you know, I'm getting up there, right?
Who are you talking about, Josh?
No, me, bro.
Gaiskar.
You just turned 35.
Gaiskar, you buying season tickets to the
Habs,
brother?
This guy's fucking funny, yo.
No.
I'm messing with it.
Buying no season tickets.
You get back seats, baby?
No, I did not spend that money on that team. Not even, man. I would.
You crazy?
I would invest my money. I would put it in the bank in order for it to make some money on some interest. That's what I would do with that $30,000.
Sounds like three. Yeah.
Because it's $30,000. It's not like it's fucking
it's not
$10 million, $1 million. You know what I mean? It's $30,000. You know how fast you can blow $30,000? Like, simple, easy.
You can ask my bro. You can ask my dude, man.
Right. Because look, so now he won the money. He took the $20,000, bought a chain. They took the chain. Now he has nothing.
But Anto, hold on. You heard me laughing, right? Because I know when I'm watching that thing, I can't really see what's going on over here. But I watched that fucking video, and that guy's standing there like his head is an alarm system.
Yeah,
Why you standing there doing all that shit? People walking in the store. Them two guys walking all inconspicuous. They know it's him.
Yeah,
And he knows it's them too that's gonna rob him. That fucking video is hilarious. It's almost like it's staged, man.
Yeah.
That shit is hilarious.
I figured I'd lighten it up, but in the same vein, though, like it's just like it's a cautionary tale, man. Be smart. You know, obviously, I don't think like anybody else is gonna be that stupid, man. But like, you know, and for me, I would put, like you said, Roberto. I'm doing it now. I'm putting money into Ethereum right now.
Very
I would
nice.
take more money
Very
into
nice.
it and put it into Ethereum before it explodes again.
Yes.
Out of control. Not all of it, though. You know, I'd put
you just put money there that you would have blew in the club, you would have blew on a bill at the restaurant with your boys. That money's gone. That's how you have to look at it. Just put it there and the money's gone. Then you'll get a fucking reminder bell whenever that shit goes off. And trust me, you're gonna be fucking happy you did that, because all them beers and food you buy don't pay any time in life.
That's how I make my money, man. That's how I make my money. People wasting their money. I love you guys out there going to the strip club, throwing.
But Josh, you're in the shit, right?
Yeah, I'm part of the problem. I'm so sorry, but
now people that are uneducated, they're gonna be scaring people right now to get into cryptocurrency, because they're gonna go, look, man, the Bitcoin was $50,000. Now it's only 30, man. It's gonna go down to 0, and you guys are all gonna lose your money. Some people are uneducated. They fear change, But in reality, now is the time to buy, because, like you said, Ethereum was at 4,100. It went as low as 29. This motherfucker is trying to keep rep with the Bitcoin, or even come next to the Bitcoin. So these guys are not giving up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go too much into it because it's boring as hell versus a lot of people. But Ethereum is basically the network that most of these other altcoins, they host their tokens. They're called ERC20 tokens. They host their coins on the Ethereum network. So it actually has some of the most utility of all the coins. That's it. All right, no more coin talk.
All right, boss.
A whole show for that. Right?
My brain's fried already, man.
Guys should know. You're tech minded, man. You probably know about crypto.
K-Dot is in the house. What up, K-Dot? How you doing, brother?
What up, K-Dot?
What up, guys?
What's going on?
I got
living.
Well, I got two things to get off my chest. First thing is about YouTube. Second thing is about Loki. But first thing about YouTube.
Hold on.
Also, I hope I'm not the only one that been having this issue with YouTube. But I've been uploading my videos for like the past month now, right? And when you upload a video, there's the standard process and then there's the HD processing, right?
Yep.
Has anyone my AC processing has been like processing like very slow. Like probably take an hour or two, but prior to that it would take like 5 to 10 minutes for my videos to process in high definition. Like not even hour, 2 hour long video, just like a video below 30 minutes and stuff. It's taking like 2 hours or something for it to process in the 1080p. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
I thought it was just me too. I thought it was just me. Like my internet was shot.
Yeah, I was like, look, I know my internet's trash, but it can't be this trash.
I uploaded a commentary track for Fate of the Furious, so it's like literally 2.5 hours. So it took like about a day to process. I was like, oh, whatever,
How long was the
video? But see, even then, your 2 hour video should have been processed in high definition the day you uploaded it. Though.
It's just my commentary over the movie.
Oh, so it was the movie? Yeah, but even still, right? Even for me, I wouldn't say it takes that long, but I noticed that it's because I know YouTube, they do the upload and then they do the ad check if you're monetized, right? And then they do the claim check. So they're doing like 3 different checks. That's why it takes so long. The ad check or the claim check takes me about 15 minutes. And then when it does the ad check to see if we say any stupid shit on stream, like, that YouTube doesn't like, that takes another 15 minutes. So it takes me about 30 minutes to process my whole video to get it up there, when it never used to take that long. It was just like 2 or 3 minutes, boom, 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 and I'm up there and ready to go. So
are you guys using either Movavi or OBS or different things to render? Movavi I use for like to add stuff, so I don't know if that's a thing too. Like the more stuff you add, obviously the files.
OBS to record, and then I'm using DaVinci Resolve because it's a free program, and I could make it a MK4 file or just a regular video file, and it's pretty easy to upload. Like a 10-minute video takes like
MK4. You mean either MP4 or MKV, or you MK4? Is that different?
Yeah, MP4.
Oh,
MP4 is better than MP3.
Try making it either a MKV file or a wave file too. I think it takes too.
Yeah, but wave files are a lot bigger than MP3s. I'm not sure about MKV, but the files are a lot bigger when you do it that way. So MP3 is more MP3 and MP4 are more compressed videos. So but Blaster said it's all about your upload speed. It is all about your upload speed, but I mean, like K-Dot was saying, it was never that slow before, right? And now it's like taking for hours to do it. Yeah. So I don't know.
And I don't want to accuse anybody of anything, but there may or may not be some people that like to download or upload torrents on that might affect your speed.
Who's uploading torrents? You?
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't know. I'm not trying to make assumptions. I'm just saying.
I would hope not, because it ain't me. But man, that's the thing. That's one thing that pisses me off about YouTube right now. And the contact matches, they're getting fucking crazy, bro. I mean, you're playing video games and you're getting contact matches on the fucking songs in the video games. It's so annoying, bro.
I was playing Saints Row Got Out of Hell, and they claimed me for like 9 different sounds in the game. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, it never been like this before. I'm like, I stream games all the time. I stream Spider-Man Miles Morales, and none of the music in there ever got claimed. And I would play Gas at Hell, and the sound that plays when you're playing the game, the scores and stuff, those got like claimed. I'm like, what the heck?
Right. Even if you got people that are playing Grand Theft Auto, and they're getting claimed because of the music in the track. They're driving the car.
Even my Miles Morales. You see, he said he played Miles Morales, didn't get any claims. I played it, and every single one of them got a claim. Every single one of them got a claim.
Anzo, you don't do with your head, like the OBS with your head on the side or whatever. You just play the whole thing.
I played a game. I played a whole screen.
Maybe if you have your head in the middle or you put it up on the green screen, that will be like, it's spare use. But
no, but it's the sound.
It's the sound?
Yes, the music.
Muting the audio. And if you want to do like any playthroughs or anything, put in some music, or I'm gonna be doing something a little complicated. Like
mute your audio, play license-free music, and talk over it. That's what I was doing when I was playing Magic. But
but see, that's the thing. You know what? That's another thing I gotta get off my chest too. All the license-free music they want us to play sucks.
It's trash. I know.
Hey, give someone like Danny to do it.
It depends, man.
No, it does not depend. No, it does not depend. They are all fucking garbage, right? Because I had a few videos. I think it's a couple NBA games, and I just went and I said, you know what? I'll just fucking change the songs, and you click on the free content, and it's fucking trash, man.
Well, it's
I don't even want the music on my fucking screen.
It's because you're looking for hip hop, license-free hip hop, though.
No, I just want to change the music to anything. But the ones that they give you are so fucking trash. It's like, I don't even want this shit on my video, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking garbage.
Some of the house, if you turn it down, you got some of those house ones that are like, it's like background noise kind of.
Yeah, you can do remixes too.
Man, but the thing about it is, I'm not trying to subject my audience to Christmas jingles and stuff.
You know what I mean?
Maybe they just want you to be more creative and come out with content like natural born content, like Danny does. Right?
I mean, you got
But see, Basco, this is YouTube, man. We still content. That's what we supposed to do. We still content.
No, but I'm saying like intro music. They want to make you like
for sure.
But you can say what you want to, but the intro, the beats that Danny's been using is hip hop songs.
Yeah, I know.
Hip hop songs, right? But you just got to find a song that won't get contented, because I have a few songs for some of my intros, and they're from rappers and shit, but they don't get no content claim at all. I don't know why they don't, but they don't. And then there's some that I use, and right away, boom,
That's why for my intro, I always used Mos Def, his song California from the Barker Boy soundtrack, and it doesn't. It never gets copyright claim.
Yeah,
I can literally put out a whole video, use that whole song, won't get copyright claim.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, man.
I made a little intro myself.
No labels.
Yeah.
Sorry, one at a time.
Okay.
Go ahead, Josh. No, go ahead, Josh. Go ahead.
No, I made a little intro. It's like only like 4 or 5 seconds. I did it on GarageBand, so it was pretty easy to do. But or you can go to Fiverr. I mean, you obviously you have to pay like maybe $5 and get a good beat or something on Fiverr or Upwork. You know that you can use.
Yeah, man, fuck that, man. I just there's some beats. To me, there's some beats that. There's some beats that I like, and I just want to fucking use the beat, man. You know what I mean? And I just want to use it. And it's like contact, man. I'm like, oh man, fuck off. Like the one for this claims all the time. But you see, what happened now is I said I was gonna challenge one of them and see what happens. You know, if I challenge one and it clears up, then I can do them all. So I'll do that.
Due to poor credit.
So I challenge one, and it's like 18 days left or something like that before the claim comes off. And once the claim comes off, then I'll be able to do the rest of them, you know. But just the fact that you got to do that constantly, and when you're doing that, it goes into an escrow when you do it, right? But some of those videos that I have are like a month old, where I haven't claimed them. So it's not like people are going to go back and watch them. And if they do, okay, good. But, you know, people already watched them or whatever. So I'm not really going to get anything off of them. But I'm still going to have it because whenever I go into my studio, I fucking hate to see that fucking content claim thing, man. I hate it. I hate seeing that. So I'm just going to challenge you to see what happens, man.
So we got a content claim for the freaking Voltron. Remember one time we were in the stream and wanted to bring that Voltron? I got claimed for the Voltron.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Only in Afghanistan and I don't know what other freaking country though.
Right. So, you know what, Basco? This is the place that whenever my stuff does get like blocked or limited in some places, it's always North Korea, Afghanistan, and other places that I do not care.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, I don't care if my video doesn't get seen in North Korea. What does Kim doesn't care about my video?
And I don't care about that either. I just hate seeing that fucking claim thing. It bothers me, man. I don't want to see it. So when I wasn't monetized, I didn't care. I was just like, whatever. But then when I got monetized, I'm like, you know what? I don't like seeing these. So I just want to claim. And I just fucking went through and disputed every single one of them. And they all came off. So I'm waiting for the ones for the O.O.C to come off, and then I'm going to do that again. So it's just a hassle, man. It really is.
It's a big hassle.
I bet you on Jolly Bee or Honey Bee, whatever the hell that thing that LDG was talking about, there's probably no copyright claims on all those weird formats. What are those fucking formats? I can't even think of their names. Vimeo and all that shit.
Invento or whatever. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah,
because they
Rumble.
Yeah,
Envato. That's what it's
Envato.
Mm-hmm. Because you pay for the license when you use those things, right?
Yeah.
So that's what he does. But what was the other thing, K-Dot?
Oh, Loki, I got to get another thing off my chest. This still bothers me. Bothers me. Oh, no one's in episode 4 yet?
I just saw it.
Not everybody.
Dang it! I can't get it off my chest. Then.
So that means you have to come back next week.
Yeah, you probably will.
Next week and find out.
So Kamani, you said you had some fire, right? Kami,
yeah.
Jesus Christ. What you got to get off your chest, brother?
First I wanted to talk about what I'll do with that 30,000.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't get a chance to.
My bad.
We live in the U.S. We just get 70%, so I'm just gonna get like 21,000. So
that's
yeah. So I'm gonna invest 5,000 of it, and then save the 17,000. And
what do you invest in? What with the 5,000? Oh, Dogecoin.
Yeah, because it just started. So
you know what? Instead of buying,
I got some of that too.
But let me say this though too. Here's another thing. Instead of buying Dogecoin, you could buy a miner. I was asking my friend about like building a miner for Doge. He said it's about 3,000 per miner. I know the things are going to light up your house. It's kind of hot right now, but maybe get some kind of fans. But yeah, you can get so much Doge per day if you have a miner.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, because I used to invest, but had to dip into it.
Yeah, it happens, man. But that's the thing, though. As long as we all know that you that money, 21,000, 30K, whatever, it's not gonna fucking set you for life. You know what I mean? So what you do is you take that money and you fucking invest it so that you can build something on it. That's a starting stone. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So.
But what I got to get off my chest is about like work. Any of y'all ever worked retail or like a truck stop or anything?
I have, yeah.
Nope.
Truck stop.
No.
But I know there's a few retails on here.
Yeah. Well, I started out as just a regular team member, and then the girl who started like 4 months after me became the assistant manager when I was there first, and that kind of pissed me off, because she's one of those, like, she's in her 30s, but she's acting like she's in her 40s, like a Karen type. So,
yeah,
Josh, you probably know what I'm talking. You probably getting me right now.
I didn't want to ask in the middle of your thing. I want you to start to finish first. Then I was going to ask, like, is she white? I didn't want to do it. You just alluded to. I didn't. It was just a rhetorical question at this point, man.
Yeah, but,
and you're black.
I became a lead before her, right? And then I transferred into cashier because the lead cashiers and the lead assistant managers run the store. So I was in the same position as her. So we were neck and neck, and she was she trying to boss me around. I'm like, I was here before you. I know more than you. You don't even know how to tie a trash can in a trash bag. I'm like, you gotta knot it up and then tie it. She just rips the trash bag and then tie it to the trash can. I'm like, if any trucker or anybody put trash in the trash bag, all of the trash is gonna go in the trash can. That's what I hated when she used to do when I used to be in maintenance. So I transferred, to lead the store, because those leads who was doing it acting like they were stupid. I wasn't gonna say the other word, but
ignorant.
No, the
I
R
was
word.
gonna say the R word.
I know. I'm vibing with you, man. I'm not like Neo with you, bro.
Can't even fucking say that.
Yes,
you can't even say that,
bro. Look at what he said. I do have to touch upon one thing he said before. Think
really can't say that.
No,
not really.
Wait, that's another.
It's kind of flagged in the algorithm.
But there's one thing that pissed me off about what you said. That is like when you came on, you said, "I'm a team member." I fucking hate that team membership, bro. No, you're an employee. You work there now, because they brought that shit on when I worked over back at the castle. A team member. We're all a team. It's like these little words and these little wordplay, like Gaiskar, like you were saying, where it's like, let's clean it up. Like, oh, we're all
just
a
means
team.
you're disposable.
You on the back.
You're disposable. That's all it means to me. When I say you're part of a team, your team member, it's just a polite way of saying, do your shit or you're gone.
Yep.
There's other little keywords. There's other little keywords that they do, little things that they do.
Yeah, now
we work as a team. That's a different ideology.
So I have this question for Cammy. Did you ask the superior why that decision was made?
Yeah. Well,
like, what did they base it on? Right?
The superior and her are a little too close.
Yeah,
that was what my question was going to be. That was what my next question was going to be.
This is my next question.
Did they have some kind of relationship, or was any kind of brown nosing taking place during this qualification?
Are they in the back room where the paper towels are?
Here's the relationship right here, man. I'm going to show you visibly, man. Right here. This is it. All right?
Yeah, but when I started out, we had a different general manager because our location became a training location. When you used to come in before, it used to be all good, but we became a training location with a different GM, and she got hired on with that different GM like me, but that different GM didn't want to promote her. She hated that different GM. So when the new one came in, she was like on his you know what all the time. So every time he said do something, she did it. Or every time he said come to the back room with him, she always do it. They always talk. And everybody around the store like, why are they so close? And the old assistant manager went to the person above the GM to talk about that, and they fired her. So that's why I'm like scared to go even higher, because how's she getting fired? Going
Anime, I got a question, brother. I got a question now. Is she fired? Is she like a 10 out of 10? Would you hit that?
Well, she's like,
wow.
She's like a girl with a
big
I want to
know.
And
yeah, there you go. Thank you.
I'm like,
Thank you.
I don't know, man. That cigarette stuff.
Signing off.
I don't mess with a girl that smokes cigarettes too much.
You see, this goes back to the topic we had a few weeks ago with Josh. You know, when he's talking about the girls that don't know what they're doing in the stores. That's exactly where it's coming from. That's why Josh is so into this.
Honestly, bro, I'd be like, yo, anime, man, you got to take out the trash, man. I'm kind of busy, bro.
Take out the papers in the trash.
Yeah, I need to talk to. We need to have a corporate meeting, me and Mrs. So-and-so in the back. So please continue with your daily duties. Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
I'm horrible.
Bro, everybody around Josh is gonna get us canceled, guys. Josh is gonna get us canceled.
That's natural. Oh man, everything we do on this show is gonna get us canceled.
I'm still saying this guy should be counting his blessings when he had his little rant when there was no women in the chat area. I was like, you're so lucky, Josh.
Yeah,
you're so lucky that day, yo.
Yo, wait a second.
That's that commercial. I'll have a 649, please.
Don't be lying up there, though. You guys know the same thing, man. You know the drill. If you guys are the GM, don't be lying. If you were the GM, I'm talking to all of you, everybody on the panel. If you're in the same position,
absolutely not. 100% no, because
there's qualifications for that. There's qualifications for the position. If you can make my job easier and are better for the team, then sorry, you don't get the position. It doesn't really matter, because sometimes you have to look at it this way. Are you going to be more beneficial to the objective, or are you more beneficial administrative? Like, if you're not really making sales for me, I'm going to look, well, he's punctual. He's here every day. He's competent. He's meticulous. This guy's going to administration. But
sorry for cutting you off, but that's
I know you're going to bring it up.
No, that's not what Josh meant. Josh meant taking the girl in the back and having a conference with her.
Man.
He said we would all do that. And I'm like, no, we would not. In a supervisor position,
I know them offices have cameras everywhere, yo. Are you nuts?
It has nothing to do with girl. If you're single and you have that kind of a power position,
you're gone.
You start doing shit like that, you're gone. The wrong person could say the right thing.
Watch that girl.
Boom.
Josh,
you know what I realized,
I'm not working Friday. I'm not coming in Monday. Every day's a long weekend for me. And if you open your mouth, I'm telling administration.
I will say this. I do have a unique scenario where I guess I do kind of deal with that, where people, the girls, they want certain things, and that's all. Oh man, I don't know. I don't want to get you canceled on, so I don't want to go off the air.
No. You finish that. You finish that fucking statement, bro.
You just got semi-shot. No.
All right, like yesterday.
No, you didn't get the Uzi.
Yesterday, one of the girls, she for those, everybody knows I work in a strip club. One of the girls, she didn't want to go up on stage. Her feet were tired. She used her persuasion on me, man. That's all I'm going to say to keep it G-rated. A lot of persuasion, man, like a lot. And I was persuaded. I was like, you know what? We got enough girls here. I can compromise. That's me. That's just how I am. I'm like, yeah, I can switch it around. Yeah, you don't have to go up here. Stay here with me, and we'll talk about it. And it's not even. And my manager obviously is like walking by. He's like, oh yeah, whatever. Josh is talking to.
So what did she do? She stroked your ego.
Yes, ego. My ego. That's it. That's all she stroked, man. Just my ego.
Wow.
They also pay me too. They pay me directly, so it's like, oh, you want a little extra money? It's like, yeah, and if it's manageable, if it makes sense, and night's going on and everything's okay. I'm sorry, anime, to get way far off your topic, but then I might. It depends, man. I might. You
might take a little bit. You might take a little bit less off the top if you're feeling good at that moment.
No. I want the money. No. Oh,
no. Okay. I mean to give to her, like you said. Sometimes you give a little less, right? Or when they pay you, you take a little less, right? So
no. I want the money no matter what. But I'm saying like they sometimes have money incentives as well, where it's like, don't put me up, or make sure you play this when I go up. Make sure you do this when you go up. But you know what I mean?
Wow.
It's good being the DJ, man. It's good being the man charge. But as long as everybody's happy,
that's all that matters,
man. Do any of your girls watch the show, yo?
No.
Okay.
I'll invite them though. I'll invite them to watch it. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, I know."
That's when your shit will be all censored, huh? Josh, you player.
you damn well know. You damn well know. Josh, they're like, "Hey, what are you doing tonight? It's Wednesday." No, I got some things to do.
How much money you got?
There is no fucking way Josh telling any of them he doing a podcast on YouTube.
No, backstage. I actually wanted to do. I want to have some of them in the thumbnails, but I'm being very cautious. I actually, in my YouTube shorts, I did like a little me on the mic. So if you want to check that out,
invite them over to Game Changer, not over here.
Oh, by the way, Kate, that's another thing to K-Dot's point.
Peace out, Danny.
Peace out.
Peace, Danny.
K-Dots, man, and everybody here on the channel, you guys got to do YouTube shorts, man. They're awesome.
Hey, Longa.
How you doing? Awesome.
You know what's funny?
Hey, Josh. Hey, thumbnails, man. Just have them show a little, just a little tiny little bit of cleavage.
Yeah, man. You have to do a fupa video.
Well, can't do. Nah, you already know. We just had a discussion. We just had a discussion about YouTube, like just giving the axe to everything. I got to be very careful.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So Cameron, go ahead, finish up.
But finishing up from what I was saying, she got the assistant manager fired, so she didn't get that position right away. Somebody else did, and she was getting all pissy. Because I'm like, what the hell are you? But moving on from that, she got the position too. So there were dual assistant managers. And then she started raining down on me saying, like, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this and that. So I just said, fuck it, and asked the GM, I'm either quitting. No. I wrote my letter of resignation because I always do that. But he said, what else can I do for you? I said, move me to third shift because I'm not working with that lady. And he moved me to third shift, and it was way better. It was like things were getting, a lot easier and stuff. But with her, she works second shift, right? And she's one of those type of girls that be on her phone. She got that assistant manager's office, so she got on her phone. So throughout the night, it was just getting trashier and trashier. So whenever I come in, I got to clean up their work plus the work I have throughout the night, which pisses me off every single night. They keep doing that because, she has the cashiers just sitting, on the cash register all night while she does this stuff, but she doesn't. Like, she's just on her phone in the golf cart, just driving around, not doing trash, not wiping off the counters, not filling up anything. And I'm like, have these cashiers work, man? They don't even know how to do anything. What type of shit is this?
Yeah. See, even with what I was saying, like I might mess around, I might have some fun, but we get the party jumping and we make fucking money, bro. And like the next, because if the club doesn't make money, the girls don't make money, I don't make money. Like we can mess around, we can do stuff, whatever it is, but we all have to make money. Like, okay, screw around on your phone for half an hour.
Yeah.
During the hour if you want to. Then for the other half hour, clean the fucking counter or something.
Yeah. I'm just wondering how do I want to care more about the business than the assistant manager?
Because you know what? Unfortunately, anime, there's some joke companies out there. Yeah. They don't follow up on their management and they don't care because their pockets are getting fed on the back end with bonuses and whatnot. That's what happened. I don't know if that's a franchised out or corporation kind of setting, but Anzo and I work for a corporation, and the good people never get recognized. And when they do, they're pimped like no hoe on this planet.
Yep.
Like when I was working for a corporation, I was literally doing almost 11 hours a day, and I wasn't even making $30K a year.
Yep.
And I'm a manager. You know, that was at Sitel. I was a supervisor. Right. So what's my staff making?
So wait, you were doing, and let's explain this, because he was doing 11 hours, but we had a night shift, which we were only supposed to do 4. Right? Because that's when we started. It was night shift. So night shift was 4 hours, and then on the weekend we had to do that long ass.
That's Saturday. Yeah,
it drive you fucking crazy, bro.
We got paid.
Just doing reports that probably nobody's looking at. You're just doing it because that's the system. Even though it educates you and you learn along the way, if it doesn't have no substance, how do you put passion into it? You feel like a fucking robot. If I do it, if I fuck up, no one notices. And then you start not caring, and then it affects your job, and it's not who you really are. It's you know, if you're not working for the right person, they could really fuck up the way you work, man.
That was actually.
Hold on, Cammy, how old are you?
The fuck ups. It don't make any sense.
How old are you, Cammy?
I'm 19.
You're 19.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something that someone told me. You have to find something you are passionate about and you enjoy doing, because the reality is that you spend more than half your life working for someone else. So the major important thing is find something you're good at and try to be your own damn boss.
Yeah.
Because
that's where it's at right now.
That's where it's at. Because at the end of the day, you're working for someone else to make money. Right? And I get your frustration, man. But like Danny said in the chat earlier, you have to mark down stuff. You have to create a log so you have facts. When you come, like this date she did this. This day I did this. You have to have all that shit written down, because if you have nothing to go back onto, it's your word against her word, right? That's if you're really passionate about what you're doing and you want to move up in what you're doing and you like what you're doing, which is fine as well, right? But the best thing is what I remember. This guy, I was in Cognowaga, that's a Mohawk reserve, and the man told me, he looked at me straight in my eye and he said, "You go to school to learn to become your own boss, and find something you are passionate about that you know." It's not always doctors and lawyers, man. There's there's traits. You know how much a bricklayer makes, or a drywall. You know how much they make.
You know,
there's jobs out there that you will not even see ads for it.
You know how much a DJ makes not even spinning records, because we don't even have those anymore. It's good money, man.
I was able to become my own boss like 2 years ago, and the freedom that you get by doing that is fucking amazing, man.
And you got to be disciplined, right? You got to be disciplined, because if you don't, the shit won't last.
Of course, 100%. Of course you have to be disciplined. But that's what it is. You get as much work that you put into it, right?
Exactly.
As much work as you put into it, that's what's going to happen. If you're working it hard and you're hustling, then you'll succeed, you know, and you'll succeed to the point where you'll never have to work again. I ain't saying I will never have to work again, but at this point I don't have to, and right now I'm cool with it.
Warren Buffett.
But did you do this on solo, or did you meet somebody?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I started off meeting somebody, and there was 3 of us.
Because I just wanted to say, you know, when you're starting off by yourself, you tend to feel like people are letting you down because they're not moving at your pace. But if you could meet somebody who's on the same wavelength as you, and you go through that transition together, he's not a friend or family, then that's an educational moment that you could, like Anzo did, venture on your own. But you need somebody, because it's overwhelming to start something by yourself, because you'll more convince yourself that you're going to fail than succeed, you know?
Yeah.
Well, the only reason why is because there was a breakup with the other 2 partners, right? And I was just like, you know what? we all gonna go our separate ways then, and we all went our separate
Shit
ways.
happens.
Yeah.
But it happens for good reason sometimes.
Yeah, it does. Because
it makes you realize you can make it on your own when you thought you couldn't.
Exactly.
Facts, 100%. And like I said, man, this virus thing hurt a lot, but I'm trying to get back to where I was. Hopefully it will happen. And like I said, I'll never say I won't have to go back to work, but hey, if it does happen, at least I know I did what I had to do. I tried something for myself, and those 2 years of not having to work for anybody was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I thought you were open up for me when you said that COVID shit.
Oh, now I am.
I thought you were. I was like, this guy's fucking smooth, huh? Just like that.
I am. Absolutely.
Nice. Yeah, but finishing it up, I just got a new position somewhere else. I wanted to do like this old job and the new job, but I might just quit because I don't get how with the policy, how could somebody with that background get that position? So I'm just thinking they either having, you know what, or something else is going on. Because even if you stand up to it, the person that did it got fired like the next day. Like, I'm like, okay, I guess it doesn't matter. But I'm just gonna get my last few paychecks and see where I go from there.
Good luck with that, yo.
All I have to say is never burn your bridges.
Yeah.
No matter how bad your experience is, never burn your bridges.
Yeah, somebody in there might help you another day.
Resignations. Yeah.
K-Dots. Later, K-Dots. I didn't see him.
Yeah, man. I mean, either.
I gotta give you props, man. I gotta give you props, bro. You're 19. Psh, yo, like when I was 19, I didn't want to do any work, man. Yo, you're already ahead of the game, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
living
ahead
on
of
my
all
own
your peers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna give you
good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
That's what I'm talking about.
For you.
In this time, too. In this time, yeah, man. You get it. Absolutely.
Respect.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely, man.
100%. And if you know, man, like you said, you ever need to talk or whatever, we all here.
100%.
Yo, we got to do a stream together. Are you into Demon Slayer and My Hero? My Hero Academia?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do on my channel.
Like, my channel, I do reviews for every episode. I'm doing
do YouTube and all that. My channel is just sitting there now. I need to upload.
And I'm gonna say this. Yeah, he's a good dude. You know, I had him on my stream last night. Just not a Star Wars fan, so that's the fucked up thing. But it's all good. I won't hold it against you. Yeah. Next up to get off their chest. Oh, Josh, you want to say something?
No, just like, I definitely want to link up with you. We'll sub to each other's channels, and maybe we'll do like I'm watching My Hero, Demon Slayer, and One Punch Man. So I don't know if you want to review that stuff.
Yeah, put your link in the private chat for Josh. I wanted to say what's up to Lunga. Thank you for dropping by, bro.
Lunga,
appreciate it. You know, how you doing?
What's good, Lunga?
Roberto, you are up.
Yo. Hold on. Yeah, okay, let me come back here. Now, are we allowed to say that word now? The C word?
Yeah.
You sure we don't get kicked off for that shit no more?
The C word?
What C word?
Yeah.
What word?
COVID.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember back in the day, Anzo and I were doing a show and we're saying COVID, and people were like, we can't find your show. We got kicked off. Whatever. Did that shit happen, Anzo?
Blacklisted or something.
Yeah.
Shadow ban or something.
So we started calling it the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the situation about the situation. As you know,
okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Go ahead.
As you guys know, there's people out there who have had their shots, and there's people out there who haven't had their shots. I'm going to give you a little scenario of the world we live in. So I'm going to check some people in the West, the West Island, a place I make fun of all the time, because funny shit happens out there. So I see this guy I haven't seen in a while, and he walks up to me and he goes, yeah, your friend told me to ask you if you had your shot yet. Now, I know my friend that sent him over knows that, this is a sensitive issue with me, because I don't like when people come with their fucking propaganda and try and get up all in my business, trying to convince me to do something they did or feel something they feel or something, blah, blah, whatever.
Just to fucking just to go to California.
Yeah, he's in my front yard peeing on my grass. So here he is asking me if I had my shot yet. And I go, oh, here we go. One of them. And he goes, what do you mean one of them? I go, let me guess, you got your shots? He goes, how do you know? I go, because only people who have their shots ask that fucking question if you had your shot yet.
Facts,
you guys are like Jehovah's Witness. You're like, I don't know. You're like, I know that people who haven't had their shots, they're not going up to people and asking them if they had their shot yet.
For real.
And if they do, it's because they're contemplating taking a shot and they want to know if the right person is going to make them do it that day.
For real.
But I turned on this motherfucker and he wasn't ready. And I think my friend set him up because he knew how I felt about that shit. So I said, you know what? I'm not saying no, but I need more information. I'm just not a sheep that, follows that path that they tell us to take. I like to educate myself and make a conscious decision. Whether it's wrong or right, I know I thought it out. Yeah, so he goes to me, do you have kids? And I said, this motherfucker's really going there. Oh my God. I just fucking, it's early in the morning. Like, you're not prepared for this shit, right? So I said, let me ask you, what do my fucking kids got to do with my shots? I'm getting a little ignorant now. He goes, well, I'm just asking, because don't you care? What if you catch it and you die?
Oh, no.
So I said, okay. You had your shots, right? Okay. So what if, because you didn't take the 2 at the right same time like they suggested, you die in 3 or 4 years? He goes, well, that's life. And I go, that's right. And I walked in and I left him standing there dumbfounded. That's fucking life. If I die now or I die in fucking 4 years, I'm dying, right? It's because I'm not a sheep. Do you know why you took your shots? Do you really know why you took your shots?
Because the TV told them.
Or, no, it's the government here, because in the States that shit can't happen. Right, Josh? They can't tell you you're staying home. They can't tell you all that shit they're telling us here that we don't fucking question or stand up for. But at the same point, I have questions, but I don't like the answers I'm getting. Like, if people have shots, 2 shots, why the fuck you still wearing a mask? Who, you gonna give it to me? You can't give it to me, but if you get it, it's not so severe. What are you worried about? If we're green now, why do we still have rules? What is the color that's gonna make these rules disappear? We go back to normal. Why don't you give me some concrete fucking information that doesn't confuse me to say I ain't taking that fucking shot?
Yep, for real.
Am I just, guys? Please tell me I'm just.
I'm saying straight out, I'm a person that I am vaccinated.
I'm not telling you not to.
I know it's a personal choice. Did I come up here and say exactly what you said? Did you get your shot yet? Did you get your shot yet? Did you get your shot yet? I don't do that. It's a personal choice.
Mm-hmm.
I spoke with my doctors. I wasn't gonna get it because when H1N1 came out, my daughter couldn't take it because it was an egg-based vaccine, and she's severely allergic to tree nuts and eggs. So I didn't take it. I got majorly sick. I was at home for a week, sick like a dog. I fought it. Like I said many times in the stream, I think I had COVID in the very beginning because I was sick for like almost 2.5 months. I was seriously sick with a serious bronchitis. But my doctor said that, I spoke with him and I spoke with my daughter's pediatrician. It's a different type of vaccine. It's an RNA vaccine. And I said, you know what? Fuck it. I got it. And that was personal choice. Am I to bash anybody? My sister-in-law, she's completely against it. And she's a pharmacist. It's her choice.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who haven't taken it.
Bad to say to people that don't want it, that have nothing bad to say about a person that does not want to take it. It's their body. It's their choice.
Exactly.
And if you want to take it, I just hope nothing happens to you. I just hope nothing happens to you.
Cross the fucking street or get killed in a fucking car accident, man. The chances are the same, they're the same fucking chances. So.
But hold on. Go ahead, Josh. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I feel like that it's coming from a place of it's coming from a place of concern for these people that are like, you didn't take your shot? Well, you're endangering me, even though I took mine. Well, then get away from me. Go stand over there.
No,
and that's how I feel about it at this point.
No.
What do you mean no? No, yes.
No. This is silly. No. This is silly.
Go. You had your shot.
Here's the facts. Here's the facts. No, I haven't. My shot's I'm getting Pfizer like in a month's time, right? My personal choice. As
I hear you.
Completely a bit Basco. Here's the facts though. Everyone will get COVID at some point because the vaccination doesn't stop you getting COVID. It just stops the symptoms.
The symptoms, exactly.
Yes.
Right.
That's all it
symptoms.
does.
Okay.
That's it. So this whole
and supposedly you're not contagious, right?
You could be no. You can get it more than once. This is proven.
No. I mean, you can't give it to somebody else. You can catch it, but when you have the shots, they say you're less contagious. But you see, there's just so much conflicting
information. There's no clinical trials for that because they've done this in 8 months or whatever it's been. The last vaccinations has taken like years to create, right? Overall, there's like in my thing, there's AstraZeneca and there's Pfizer and there's this new one coming out called Novavax, that's where you guys. Johnson Johnson's the one that has like the problems, and then there's Novavax, which is a traditional made vaccine, right? That's coming, I think, in a month or so. That's the one I think my dad is going to take because he doesn't want to get Astra, and he's above 50, right? And they're mandatorying everything to be above 60 or something now. Below 60, you get Pfizer. If you're above, get Astra because of the blood clot stuff that was happening in Britain, right? Now. This is something that people keep saying. I've seen it all over Twitter. These retards that are like, I got my vax and we're celebrating. Yeah. Guess what? You're still going to get COVID. Sorry. It's inevitable. It's like the flu. I don't care. You can wear masks forever, right? There's a point where the entire populace of the earth will have had COVID once at least. Yeah. This is the truth of it. Okay.
And it's not. And there's also the strains too.
Stopped. They vaccine. Now, if they came out with a vaccine that was like, we've tested this and is 100% effective and preventing you, right? Or I should say, preventing you from getting COVID, as in it comes in contact with you and your body fights it away. You still get COVID. You still get the flu. You still get measles, mumps, and rubella. You still get chickenpox. It's just the symptoms don't show because your body fights it immediately and kills the virus because it knows how to do it. That's traditional vaccine. That's what a traditional vaccine does, right? Yes. This vaccine just prevents you getting serious symptoms. These idiots that keep promoting, oh, did you get the vaccine? Oh, you're going to die if you don't. It's like, sorry, dude, you're going to actually end up getting it. It's stupid. And I'm so angry. I'm so sick of it because it's a lie it's actually being like rolled. It's snowballing because everyone's like, I'm going to get the vaccine. I'm going to get the vaccine. I'm going to get the vaccine. It's like, yeah, if you don't want to get the serious symptoms, all right, I encourage you to get the vaccine, but it's still your choice, right? Not in my country, apparently, because now frontline staff, aged care workers are mandatory. You have to get the vaccine or they can't get it. People that work in COVID clinics, mandatory. You have to get the vaccine or you can't work.
Anyone in healthcare has to get it here.
Yeah, in New Zealand, it's worse. Everyone in healthcare, New Zealand's mandatory. So they're going against people's citizens' rights for the good of the people. Now, we can have an argument about that, which way you want to go with that. But at the end of the day, if you're forcing an experimental vaccine, which this is RNA vaccines, right? They haven't been done before. We don't know what the long-term consequences are, and people have died from this. This is not false information. This is not false flagging. This is just objectively looking at what's happened. Okay?
Well, they have used it in cancer treatments, though.
Yeah, but it's like, I have nothing against new technologies, right? But new technologies still need to be tested, and we don't know the long-term effects of what RNA vaccines do. We don't know. And there's a lot of interesting things. There's a lot of interesting medical, people talking about it out there. I think it was mentioned earlier. The problem is that the lie is that if you get vaccinated, you can't catch COVID. And unfortunately, that is being snowballed and into some sort of truth. It's like every single post I see about it, someone's under there going, oh, it's good. Everyone needs to be vaccinated. And then someone's like right there going, the vaccine doesn't stop you from getting COVID. And it's like these people think that it stops you from getting COVID because that's what a vaccine implies. A vaccine implies that you are vaccinated against getting the illness or the virus or whatever it is. It's not a vaccine. It's just a treatment to stop symptoms. That's essentially what
which strain? You
didn't
even know
exactly.
Exactly.
It's not even a strain because look, all of those professional athletes, the NBA, the NHL, the NBA, they've all had their 2 shots. But yet they're still coming up positive for COVID. Exactly. So there you go. Paul's theory is just proven right there.
You know what's funny about that? The restrictions are still in place for people who've had the vaccine or who haven't had the vaccine. Literally,
they still have to wear masks. They still have to do all kinds of stupid shit.
Yeah, someone flew from Queensland to New South Wales and they weren't able to do certain things, but even though they're vaccinated. So it doesn't matter whether you have the vaccine or not.
Not yet.
They see you as the same. So what are they trying to vaccinate everyone for? And this is where people become conspiracy theorists, because they're like, why are you telling us that we need to get vaccinated when it doesn't even do anything to stop us getting the virus? A. B, it's only to stop symptoms. And then C, you're treated the same whether you're vaccinated or not.
You know what I foresee, Paul? I foresee them putting out a number. Like we have a goal to hit, 85%. And they're stuck at 79. They're stuck at 82. And they're starting to get the majority to turn against the minority. And it's going to become like a fucking war.
But did you see what they did in Greece?
No, they'll just cancel people from being able to go overseas.
That's where it's going to start.
In Greece, they're giving money.
You can't do business in our country because you haven't been vaccinated. That's where you're gonna see stuff happen like that.
Yeah, in Greece they're giving money.
Yeah, so they're in the U.S. too. They're offering $1 million.
Lottery.
To the younger
$1 million
age
lottery
bracket in order for them to get vaccinated.
You know,
they're giving
away like movie tickets, free lottery for like $1 million, all sorts of shit. But I mean, I look at it this way: I've been building computers for fucking over 20 years, and new technology is always buggy as fuck. Okay, and that's just the reality of it. Yeah. So vaccine, I might eventually get it, but I could be the first motherfucker in line to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to go to Mars. I'd love to go to Mars. I'd love to go see another planet. I'd love to be off the Earth, but I ain't gonna be the first motherfucker to go to Mars.
This is it. You don't buy the first car when a model comes out. You don't buy the first model. You wait 2 years till they get all the fucking bugs out of it, and then you buy it. And then the fucking problems you have are common problems.
I mean, you're not. I don't want to be a guinea pig. Down the line, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I want the bugs to be completely worked out. And that's just that's from building computers. I mean, I've had so much new technology fall through my hands, like brand new processors that have just fucking so many bugs. And it's just like it blows your mind. It does. And then a driver comes out, a software update fixes that, and then you're good to go. But you have to wait for that. That's not something that. They have to put it out there to see, you know what I'm saying? And then
feel it out.
Man, all I have to say is ever since I
was thinking about my dude Gaiskar up there, man. He never has problems with drivers or anything. So
I'm saying ever since I got my vaccine, my 5G reception has been great.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
What?
And Ricky, I love your low angle shot, bro. That's very cinematic, man. I love that shit. I do.
I mean, I'm actually talking to you guys on a laptop connected to a 55-inch. My computer is just ready videos and gaming. But I mean, I have a lot of high-end hardware, and then my kid's over here in his setup.
Oh shit! Father and son. Look, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's his setup. So I have that's my ridiculously expensive router.
Is that Fortnite?
No, he's playing. He likes Roblox.
Oh, Roblox.
So he's a big Roblox player. And it's nice. He's on there with his friends. Fuck it. I did the same thing when I was his age in Steam, playing Counter-Strike Source and Counter-Strike 1.6.
Shit. Now we're
I mean,
you see, my thing is, I'm gonna go back to one thing Paul said. It's all these people when you go on social media and Facebook. It's like, I got my shot today. Oh, I'm getting my second shot today. And I'm like, why do you have to fucking be broadcasting it? Who the fuck cares? Like, that's what you're doing in your personal life. Good, I'm happy for you. But
that's the life we live. That's the life we live now, Anzo. That's everything. I tied my shoes, put it on Facebook. I got up this morning, tied my shoes, had breakfast, went to work. Okay.
For real.
Fucking so is the rest of the world. Fuck. Big deal.
Air Force Ones.
The same people who, it's the same people who take a picture of their Starbucks cup and
fuck you, Gaiskar.
I was gonna say, what happened? Somebody's missing. That was a silent one.
I missed it. Damn, man.
Silent Phantom Zone.
What are you talking about? Entitlement?
Fast enough. You just fuck you. You're gone.
But in relation to the Bill Cosby thing, now many years ago, about 25 years ago,
that's your shit, Anza. No,
I used to work for a heating and duct company, basically, and my boss was a retired military dude, 20 years, and his wife ran a theater out in Illinois, like a Coliseum, where comedians would come. And the one thing he told me about Bill Cosby, though, which was really weird. This is like in the 80s, I'm assuming, that when he came to the Coliseum, he was supposed to do a show there. He came to the Coliseum. He was pissed off because he didn't have a black limousine, and he scolded my friend's wife because she didn't have enough black personnel. And this is 20 plus years ago, So I mean, but yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, I thought I didn't think that thing was going to get overturned. But I mean, that goes to show you it's like the levels of privilege, not just you have class privilege, you have status privilege, you have what I'm saying, like it's not just like, I mean, there's a lot more issues at hand. What I'm saying. Yeah. And that's like, if you're famous, you get let out early. The Stones, Mick Jagger, they they got caught with like a pound of cocaine and a stripper wrapped in a bear rug. They were out the next day. I mean, like.
Yeah, my question is because you went a little bit ahead, but it's okay. Because my topic was Bill Cosby gets freed. Right? Yes, yeah. Bill Cosby gets freed. So I was looking through some stuff. I didn't get a lot of it. Why was his conviction overturned? Has anybody read why?
I heard because I think it has to do something with the credibility of the plaintiff.
Yeah, the plaintiff. That's pretty much why. Because I mean, and who the fuck knows, man?
Oh shit!
I mean, how many women have jumped on stars and been like, what was it, Rosario Dawson with Mike Tyson? I mean, like, there's a few of them, that jumped on and were just like.
Rose McGowan was another one where I mean, I know Harvey Weinstein probably did most of that shit, but Rose McGowan, man, like, she was talking about, he made me do this, he made me. Rose, you want to do that because you were trying to get up in the Charmed show and all that shit. So now you want to complain about it after you did it.
King David said unfair trial. You see, this is my thing.
Like, you can never tell in a situation like that because it might have varied. These people are famous, they're powerful, they have money. So I mean, it could be a very good possibility that they would get an accusation.
No, I question Weinstein more than I question Bill Cosby. That's more a money issue because anybody else would have been fucking dragged through the mud by their feet if they'd done what Weinstein had done. This guy just disappeared. He paid people to disappear because you don't hear this guy's name at all. You don't even know what happened to him.
Yeah,
well, he's fucked up. He's in the facility. He
got off.
No,
he got off.
I think it's still out there.
I thought he was in the hospital.
I'll check that out, but I know.
Yeah, he was just recently in the hospital because of some health condition he has he's dying from. But I mean, he's a whole nother type of evil. And then that's why I talk because I'm huge into Star Trek. Gene Roddenberry was kind of the same way. And it sucks. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like the man had a vision. He started something beautiful. But there's a lot of accusations of women coming out, and they'll say that Roddenberry was kind of like the same way. But again, that was Hollywood back then. So right. I mean, like, it's hard to disgrace. It's like my great grandmother was racist, but she grew up in a fucking time that made that that made her feel that way. And I can't blame her for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't experience what she experienced. And but I mean, this reparations 6,000 years later. I mean, I think sometimes gets out of hand a little bit, but I mean, I think some of it's well justified,
So my problem is, and there's two things that I've had with this case from the beginning. One is they waited 30 fucking years, right? 30 years to charge him. They waited 30 years. My second issue was Janice Dickerson was one of those accusers, and she ended up coming out and saying that it was not true.
There you go. I mean, it could very well be true that she is lying. And because he is powerful,
and that fucks it up for the ones that are telling the truth. That's the bad thing about it. If you got to question everybody, even if it's like in the pudding, as Bill Cosby would say, you're still going to question it. If the lawyer or the prosecutor does or says the wrong thing, you can't change your mind. He's innocent or he's guilty.
Some people look at it because, you know, even with the corrupt police or the bad police or the police killings, you know, I mean, like that's a small percentage of police. You know, I mean, there is a lot of good police doing a lot of good things out there, keeping people safe, doing their job. You know, and but we look at it as, you know, as now, especially the media, how it's pushing it. Like every police officer in the fucking world is evil.
Yeah.
What the fuck? No, you know, it's like one small batch spoils the bunch. You know, one little apple spoils the bunch.
You know what I think it is, Rick? I think it's when it's starting to become a majority, where it's starting to become, it's happening a little bit more than it was before. You can't help but put it in the forefront. Because now, like we were saying, because of social media and a phone in your pocket, you catch everything. Where before, you can catch shit with a pager.
Yeah. Your bigger corporate media companies, your CNNs, your Fox, your, you know, NBCs, that's, you know, where the main...
What's true and what isn't.
Yeah.
That's what's fucked up.
I watch both. And the reason why I watch both is to try to fucking figure out the truth.
Yeah, if you're smart, you should. You should watch more than both. You should get the European perspective, the South American perspective.
Yeah, your overseas news is better than U.S. news.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I'm seeing something in the chat about him trying to buy NBC. Is that like, are you trying to say that that's why they went after him? I think that's what
I wouldn't be surprised if you think that's ridiculous.
No, I don't think it's ridiculous. I don't know. I'm not there.
Because you know what? When I went to Philadelphia, I saw something that fucking just blew my mind as far as suppression. I was walking down the street, a fairly nice street. The buildings are all connected. And in the middle of this block, there's a fucking building that's charred. Like you could see the iron, the heat was so hot, the iron is still there, melted and bent, you know? And I'm like, yo, why the fuck they leave this here? Why don't they tear it down and build something else? It's such an eyesore. He goes, that was a black-owned business.
Wow.
And they left that there to show that's what happens when you open a black-owned business.
Well, that
but I go, hold on.
Like the sundown times or whatever.
But I'm like, we're in a black neighborhood. We're in a hood. So who owns all of that?
Wow.
He just laughed.
Damn.
That's fucking sad. That's fucking sad.
That is fucking horrible.
Because if you can't even support your own to try and bring your people up, they're just pretty much telling you you're staying the fuck down.
And that's why, you know, this whole COVID push is kind of done too. Because it's like a lot of little smaller businesses you went under.
Done.
100%.
Never coming back.
Nope.
Actually,
we have some landmark restaurants here that disappeared. They're never coming back, and it's fucking sad that other generations will not get a taste of this thing that's been there for decades.
They didn't have the business protection stuff like we do, like because
they just couldn't. Restaurants didn't, you know. Most of these restaurants are eat-in restaurants. They can't survive on takeout. They can't because their foods are high end.
All the card stores I go to here, it's like they said that the government was helping them with their employee payments, with their rent payments, with all that stuff while COVID was happening, and their store was closed. So they stayed open. They reopened. I don't know. Maybe
I mean, like it's like, you know, in some cases, yes, but I mean, what happens to like the mid-level stores, like in between a mom and pop and a Walmart? You know what I'm saying? Like they're going to get slammed. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I mean, like it's a horrible situation altogether.
Yeah, and, I'm sorry, Harold. I got to jump on that. You say it's not true.
Your government funds won't be enough to help those mid-level stores. It might help a smaller store survive, but there's a cap on it. So, I mean, your mid-level stores, perhaps, like, you know, like I said, in between, are probably going to get.
What would that be? What would it be? Oh, Target?
No, I wouldn't say Target. I mean, Target's still pretty up at the top of the chain. I would say like a TJ Maxx or Old Navy or some shit like that.
All of our TJ Maxxes are open. I just passed it today. I don't know. So
that's wild, dude. I've been going to Teenage Maxx since I was born, dude. That's crazy. That's like one
I'm
of the
in New Jersey though, so
hold on, guys.
Roberto, can I answer this guy?
Yeah,
Harold Fleming. How could you tell me it's not true? I witnessed it. I asked the question. I understand you're from Philly, but I'm from Montreal. I can't tell you what happened in the East End if I wasn't there. So, I mean, for you to say it's not true. I mean,
I know
what's
Roberto
your
don't
substance?
lie, baby. Roberto tells the truth, baby.
Man, listen,
All
this
day,
is.
day,
I was in Philly with a woman. Rest her soul is in heaven right now. The experience was something I was very grateful for because I don't think I would have ever seen Philly. The people were amazing. The food was amazing. It was a bit shocking at times because of the areas I was in. I wasn't really prepared for. I won't lie, I felt uneasy sometimes because, you know, in my neighborhood, if a car rolls up with windows tinted that much, slow, I will not stand there and watch him. You know, like you more or less take cover, right?
That's creep mode. They're checking something out.
But I can't take cover in Philly while everybody's just standing there doing their own thing. But I got to do my own thing. But yet I'm eyeballing this guy the whole time, you know. So it was really an experience for me. But out of all the experiences I had with all the good food and people I met, that fucking building never left my mind. Never left my mind because I don't know how that building was burnt down, but it was intentional because the way those bars were fucking burnt, that's some high heat, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's fucking crazy. You know, I mean, that's good. Like in Chicago, that's why I'm glad I grew up in Chicago, man, because in Chicago, we were camped on top of each other. I mean, my suburb is like 70, maybe 65% white, like 20% black, and then scattered down. But the next suburb over to me, it's 100% black.
Chirac, baby.
The suburb to my right is 100% Mexican. So I mean, like we didn't deal with much of the racism growing up. You know what I'm saying?
The caps.
Yeah, we had to learn to get together, and like if you were racist, you got your ass beat. I mean, like because it's like even on my block, you know what I'm saying? Like there's just the diversity was there since we were born, you know, and we would walk to school together, like 20, 30 kids walking in line, and we didn't fucking care. We didn't care if you were black. We didn't care if you're white, Mexican, Asian, whatever, you know, and like, you know, it's growing up. And then even coming to the South, I see a little more tension down here than I did in the Midwest. But I mean, like I said, up in the Midwest, we had very small little pockets of like racist things going on, but it's always fucking solid. We never had like KKK or any of that fucking serious shit up in Chicago because it's like you get your ass beat, dude. We're all here together, and like we're all broke as fuck together. You know? I'm glad you like. There's no. If you're gonna help me, I'm gonna help you. That's kind of the situation out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's just how it is. You have to fucking get by, and then it's like now even with this shit, like the people who were getting by before are not getting by anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like they have dropped the level. You know, and even people are broke in Chicago. You know, so I mean, it's like. You know,
I'm glad you guys brought this up because I feel this. I was thinking about this yesterday driving home. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll talk about this on the O.O.C if it comes up. But now I moved to New Jersey from where I was. I'm in Garfield, nice area, pretty decent. But yesterday, like I had to, and I work in Passaic, but I'm literally next to Patterson and Newark and all these infamously like places that you do not want to go to. Yeah, straight up. And I had to drop my friend off in Patterson. And I noticed people. There was a dude with his shirt off, trying to rip the friggin' the coins from the parking meter. He was trying to rip it up, and it didn't matter. He was a white dude, so it doesn't matter. It's not even about white or black. It's about like class, man. Class.
It's
like,
classism. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, a lot of people who are homeless also have like other issues too. Maybe mental condition, alcoholism.
It might have been that too.
So I mean, there's a lot of things you have to do. Like we can't just outright solve homelessness by putting people in houses. That won't work. You have to help these people because some of these people need serious fucking help. You know, I mean, some of them it might work. Some of them might be like, fuck yeah, dude, I'll take the second chance. But a lot of them ain't like that. You know, or they've been out there for so long. What else do they know? That if something got changed, even for the better, you know, how would they react? You know, and it's a sad situation altogether. It's like then, you know, some states like Chicago or California, they fucking, you know, Illinois, you know, they throw fucking money straight at the problem and expect it to like work itself out.
Right. LA, I was just going to say that LA is the worst. Yeah.
It's like, oh, we'll just put money at it. You know, it'll eventually happen. It'll work out. No, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't work like that. I mean, there's areas in Chicago you do not go in. There's areas I can't go in unless
I'm sure. Boston too. All over.
The Sosa area, Sosa and Chirac and all that.
Well, I mean, especially south of 55th. South of 55th, things start getting hairy. But the shitty thing is Chicago puts a lot of good studios in the worst fucking neighborhoods. So it's like, I have to roll with my black friends. Otherwise, I'm a target. Motherfuckers will see me on the street, and they will fuck with me. Absolutely, 100%. Now, say if I'm going to Naperville, one of the, you know, white neighborhoods, they'd rather have me with them so they don't get fucking pulled over. They'll put my ass right in the fucking passenger seat, and they'll be like, Oh, okay.
Is that you, Josh?
Someone's doing something. But I want to hear what.
Seriously, how it rolls. You know what I'm saying? We get past this shit. You know what I'm
I want to hear. Hold on. I want to hear what these other guys have to say about the Bill Cosby stuff.
Oh, okay.
All right. Could I just throw in one last thing to Harold?
Yeah.
Harold, there wasn't much left on that building for them to put up wood. I know they put wood on some of the buildings I saw, but there was just like 2 steel beams. And if we could hook up the next time I come to Philly, I'd love for you to show me around, brother.
Absolutely. Gaiskar, what do you think?
You know what? It goes back to what I'm saying. People are quick to judge and execute without getting all the facts straight. You know, they went on hearsay, right? They were going on people's words, and it's just like the Twitter mob. That's exactly what happened to them.
Yeah.
A bunch of people got together and said, yeah, it's true, it's true, it's true, it's true, it's true. So they said, it must be true. And
it was almost like it was a fad. Weren't a whole bunch of people getting caught for kind of shit like that?
Absolutely.
And he was the first black guy?
It was the Me Too.
You know, and like, like
Cosby
the fucking crazy thing is like I seen TikTok the other day where it's like, tell me how your ghetto card got revoked, right? As this black kid. And fucking then the phone totally pans in and it's a black cop. He's like, that's kind of how it revoked my ghetto card. But I guess seriously, I feel for those guys. I feel for like, especially black law enforcement, because they are caught directly in the middle of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Say that too. They are
directly in the middle. You know, and there's either way they go, it's harmful. So I mean, they're kind of like staying neutral, and that's all they could really fucking do. And it fucking sucks. And your police should be able to perform their jobs without fear of not having a job.
And even staying neutral, it doesn't do nothing, which kind of like promotes the problem worse at times when it's in the middle, or when they're in the middle. Like, they're 100% in the middle, and they're still getting hit with strays. It's
I mean, a lot of it has to do with politics too, especially in your bigger cities. And it sucks.
Yep.
It's like if you're in a metropolitan with a bunch of people. I mean, 9 out of 10 of the bigger cities are all Democratic. So I mean, you're going to have to deal with those type of policies.
And they want to bring in gun control and all that shit. And look how it fucking worked. Not worked at all.
Gun control
not worked at all. War on drugs.
I mean, there's more guns in Chicago than anywhere right now. You know what I'm saying? And we have the strictest laws in the nation. The strictest.
Yeah. I mean, not more than Texas, but I get it.
Yeah. I mean, like,
well, shout out though, Texas.
We have the last
Texas.
I told my boss if ever there's a conference again back in Texas that I want a Kevlar vest just in case.
No, you'll be safe. You'll be well.
Yeah, I'm sorry. A bullet has no name on it.
Exactly. Bigger city can be great as long as you know how to tap dance.
Yeah, we need to get back on topic. I want to hear what.
Do we know why?
Sorry.
Do we know what was said in order for him to be released? Do we have any idea?
No, not yet.
I don't.
I do have something to say on topic. I will say that if you don't mind, the whole thing, it was around the same time as, like we said, Harvey Weinstein, R. Kelly, Louis C.K. I think had something. It was part of the movement, the Me Too movement, a little bit, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. And I know that some of these people, like you said, like the good ones or the bad ones, ruin it for the good ones. And during that time period, it was kind of just like an all-out war.
All right, now there's such a super majority that it's like you have like 80 million people saying, "Oh, you're bad" at once. Literally, you know what I'm saying? You have an army of motherfuckers being like, first they count the wind. As soon as they catch like wind 3 miles away, your tracks are coming. They've got you. You know what I'm saying? And then the horde descends. It's like, it's like that's pretty much how it works. And it sucks right now. I mean,
yeah.
Go ahead, Anima. What do you think?
When I heard about it, I was like in high school in journalism class, and I was like, bro, Bill Cosby was just on the Cosby Show, doing his thing, Fat Albert, the movie, and all of that. I was like, what happened to all these 50 people to just come out at the same time? Like, is some of them real? I know some of them probably real. Is like every single one of them real after 30, 20 years? They all just come up at the same point. Are they trying to, like, do they know their mental status? Are they all trying to get some cash, or are some of them trying to be truthful, but the others are like messing it up? Like, who knows what's going on, really?
Yeah, and that's pretty much what happens. Because I mean, like, I believe there's a lot of guys out there doing their jobs. You know what I'm saying, and keeping their city safe like they're supposed to. But it's like the press of attention, the media attention gets so severe that it's like, boom, fuck all these guys. What? What are you talking about?
It trickled down to Andy Signor, man. A guy who's like just a YouTuber. Like,
Hold on, Josh. No, don't bring his name up right now.
Oh, don't bring his name up? Well, I was saying it's relevant. You understand what I meant.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know. Okay.
We don't need to talk about that guy.
Oh, my bad.
But Paul, what do you think of the situation? Bill Cosby.
Look, whenever you give drugs to somebody, whether you're inebriated by alcohol or by drugs, you can't consent by default. That's the law, right? That's the law there. That's the law here. That's the law pretty much in any civilized country. So that's the first point I want to make. The second point is where there's smoke, there's a fire. So even if this person's
who's typing? Who's typing? Oh, yeah.
Who is typing?
It was Roberto. The way he stopped typing. It's okay.
It's not loud, huh?
Yeah. Just mute next time. Go ahead, Paul.
All right.
So I don't know. I have not looked into why it's been dismissed, but I feel like the amount of cases that of women coming out. I'm not a believer women person, by the way. I think there should be evidence. But especially with this Me Too movement just run rampant and canceled so many people for no reason. Like Weinstein definitely deserved it. Although I will say this, I agree. Some of these women knew what they were doing. Jennifer Lawrence, she knew she was banging an old fat dude to get that Oscar.
That's why I brought
Rose McGowan did as well. So did what's her name? There's plenty of them. There's endless amount of women that banged him. Like no doubt in my mind to get an Oscar.
Absolutely.
He was like, bang me, I'll get you an Oscar, because that's what it was about: greasing people's fingers in Hollywood to get yourself an Oscar nomination.
And that a lot of that was true, and that was how the game was run 40 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That's how the game was completely run.
Let alone you've got Meryl Streep calling old mate who drugged and raped a 16-year-old girl a god. Like clapping him when he won his Oscar when he was had fled the United States of America to escape the prosecution.
Kubrick, right? You're talking Kubrick.
Yeah, that's the one. And then you've got her coming up saying that Weinstein was a god, also on stage at another point as well. This is the darling of Hollywood who knew this stuff was going on. There's no doubt in my mind. So I think the same thing was with Bill Cosby. Everyone knew that he was probably a lecherous old man. He probably had women come to his things all the time under consent, and a lot of them were like, regret, that's rape, because that's what Me Too became regret is rape, and that's not what it is. And people like that fat ugly woman from The Girls, I forget her name, I erased it from my memory, whatever the hell her name is, that ugly bitch. That one is another one that was like, I found a condom in a plant stand after a drunken night with this dude. I regret that. Rape. No, that's not what it is, ladies. That's not what it is. Well, like, you can't regret something and then make it rape after the fact. I'm sorry. It doesn't work that way.
I was going to say, and you just reminded me of a video that these guys, Albert and Preach did. And I think I'll put that on for next week, right?
Okay.
But it was an 18-year-old, right? Was at a party, just a quick paraphrase, was at a party, had a girl, and the girl was all up on him, went to the hotel. The next day, the girl woke up and she cried rape, right? But the video shows that she was the one that was pulling him. She was the one that was like, come with me. She was the one. He ended up getting off, right? But because he got off, they still had to do something with his school, ethics with his school, and he got fucking kicked out of school for something he didn't do.
Wow. Well, yeah, I mean, like, it's even crazier now because you'll see these girls on TikTok who like older men only DM me, and they're wearing all sorts of skimpy outfits and blah blah blah, And this is a common thing now. Like, they're glorifying this shit, I mean. And now there's a swinger side of TikTok where a bunch of swingers are on there, like, yeah, I slept with a married woman last night and her husband, And it's, okay, I mean, that's nice to know.
Paul, 1 sec. I got to download TikTok really quick, man. I'm sorry.
Right. And I'm going to piggyback off of what Paul said, because he's absolutely right. Some of these women did know what they were doing, but there may be some cases where he actually did do that. But because it's tainted now, it's hard to say, oh, well, he did it or he didn't do it indefinitely. You know what I mean?
You got to think about the relative, the irrelevant actress sitting there watching the case like, oh, I did have sex with Bill Cosby. Lawyer, get out of my suit right away.
Yeah, well,
like Janice Dickerson was the biggest one, the biggest model to come out and say that, Bill Cosby did some stuff to her and was on talk shows and all crying and shit, and then ended up saying how she lied.
Yeah,
it was for her book.
Oh.
And let's just say,
and there's no consequences for these women either, by the way.
And if there is,
most cases,
it doesn't get
especially say like a dude gets accused of rape, goes to jail for 20 years, and finds out that it wasn't rape, or she comes out and says it wasn't. Yeah, I mean there should be reparations for some sort of shit.
Yeah, no, she should be put in prison immediately for the prison term.
I think that did happen, but it's like 2% that it happened. Like maybe 3 cases where the woman went to jail for that scenario. But also to go with Paul's point, are we going to start condemning and arresting the sheiks over in the Middle East? Because we know that some celebrities go over there or wrestlers, female wrestlers too. I'm not even going to name names. They go over there to the Middle East and do their thing. Am I making this up? Or I know Paul wants to say something. I'm just going to leave.
What?
I'm pretty sure.
Why are they going over to the Middle East?
When I was probably
Wait. What are they going over to the Middle East for?
Young girl, women who.
Yeah, and it's wild because it's
hold on, Ricky. Let him.
They're female stars traveling to the Middle East to hit up the sheiks for what?
For sex.
Yes.
Oh, just the sheiks. Oh, for money.
Yeah, for money. Yes. Yeah. And it's mainly with wrestlers, female wrestlers. I notice. I've heard different stories. I'm not gonna name names, but it's once your time is up and your 15 minutes of fame is up, it's time to get a little extra money. I know porn stars do that obviously too, and there's porn stars that are that want their content removed. That's another thing. It's dude, when you do something, dude, on the internet, it's there forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
you can't just have your past erased.
There's a cultural aspect too, because it's when I was about 19, I dated a Palestinian girl who was 17. But her marriage had already been arranged to a dude who was 36, right? And we dated and stuff like that. She actually ran away from her family for 2 years, lived on herself from 18 to 20, just because she didn't want to marry dude. But it was in the, she had to marry him. She actually met him, never met him, but they talked on the phone or whatnot. But it's scary to know at 17 years old, boom, you're going to marry this fucking 36-year-old dude who at the time, when you actually do get married, is probably going to be in his mid-40s, And she ran away. And so, I mean, she, cut ties with the family, lived on her own for a little bit. They found her 2 years later working at a supermarket. Her mother found her, or one of her uncles found her. And they accepted her back and they canceled the marriage. But there's a cultural issue here. That is normal over there. And we would never view that as any type of normal because that's almost it's like borderline slavery kind of.
Because they keep tradition.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, you're facing that over there, and that might not necessarily be illegal over there in some cases, especially when you're dealing with sheiks who have a lot of money, and it's a shitty situation altogether. Because she got away and she got out of it, but a lot of girls don't. I mean, a lot of girls won't leave home because of the security it provides and the money they have.
Correct. And what do you think about it, Andrea?
I don't think you said much. For a lot, for Cosby, it's been a long time since I've heard anything about him. Since that old allegations and stuff, it's been several years for me since I've last heard anything.
Yep.
About Bill Cosby, and all of a sudden, someone said in the chat that he got off because of a previous agreement with a prosecutor. So now this just throws a monkey wrench in the fucking gears of things because now. No one's not going to know for sure if he was ever guilty or not guilty. Mm-hmm. It's going to cause a lot of drama,
and it's also
there's not going to be no closure for anybody.
and it's textbook classism in a sense.
That's what it. Yep.
I would say.
You know, so I mean, and it's like, do the rich really just deserve to go free, or the popular?
No, they're going free for now. They're but they're going to get their time.
Well, they said that was only for this case, so there's might be another woman they said that could pop up and just say the same thing, and then he's back into the bowling pot.
Too, but
and then we go through the whole thing of wasting taxpayers' monies again, so that we can go through crimes that don't have any evidence.
Bill Cosby gets out of prison. Me 3 movement starts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, TMZ will be there, and they'll be like, "Oh, cool! Yeah, more money for us to cover this."
It's like this, really. It's like I feel like this is like the way that these stories have unfolded. It's like he gave them drugs without their consent. That's what the claim was. But there's no evidence to say that he gave them drugs, like that, to prove that he did that. So we have he said, she said. This is a problem.
Absolutely.
There's no evidence. So we have a possibility, and then we have people that have lied, right? For the crime time
admitted it
or whatever about him, and then admitted it. It's all very muddy, right? There's no black and white here. It's the problem with I feel like this is the problem with like accusing people in general. That's why is why Weinstein got away with it. Why he was acquitted, because there's no physical evidence. Like there's nothing showing that he actually did these things that someone's accusing him of. People are like outrage. It's like, yeah, okay, be outraged, but also this is how the system works. You have to prove someone's guilty. You can't just be like, he's guilty, and then cancel him, because that's literally what cancel culture is. And no one wants that society.
It all started when that Somalian jet disappeared.
And what I will say,
he has money. Look at all those. Look at those people that don't have money that go through that same system.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's not just
they get canceled.
Well, I mean, it's like the Dave Chappelle skit. Remember the one where he plays the rapper?
Oh, yeah.
And the white dude's getting pushed around. He's like, "No, you don't get a call." And then he comes in. He's like, "I'm sorry, y'all. I'm 5 minutes late, or like 5 hours late. I got held up." But he plays the rapper, and they were doing the court thing. Like the white dude was going to court. Yeah. He was getting roughed up, and then Chappelle was going to court as the black rapper, and he's like, "I plead the fifth."
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
And the judge is like, "Free to go."
What I'll say this is, I know Roberto, Josh, and a few of you guys will know what I'm talking about, right? We've all had a bunch of women come to our house, right? Over the years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've had the alcohol, you know what I mean? We've had the weed, you know what I mean? And it's fucked up that one of these women could have easily said, "Oh, you know what? I didn't consent to that." But they know they're coming to run. Because
what do you have that they could conspire against you? We're not wealthy. We're not,
I know that, but I'm just saying, just in general, right? Because
what they could do is they could take a sample of your sperm,
right?
And they could impregnate themselves.
Here's the difference.
18 years,
Anzo, here's the difference.
That happened in California.
Here's the big difference. We're not Bill Cosby, all right? No offense to any of us.
I get it. I get it, but my point is what I'm saying. It can happen, right?
Sure.
And and when you inviting the gal over, it's like, "Hey, what you doing? Nothing. Why don't you come over, man? I got some alcohol over here. Got some chronic on the table. We'll pop in Netflix and chill." So they already know what they're coming for. Yeah. You can't tell me he wasn't direct and said, "Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, you want to come have a drink or something?"
Enzo, this is the problem. You see, this is where the law is actually provably sexist, and this is where it's at.
Girls bring drugs too.
This is when you're both inebriated like that. The reason why men get hit up for it is because of the definition of what rape is under the law. That is literally the reason why men get hit up for it instead of women.
Well, I mean, I know a lot of people that come over too, and they have the drugs.
Alcohol.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is the problem: is that there is sexism in the law. This is a provable thing, right? That's literally what it is. And until they fix that issue, especially even family law court's another thing. But until they fix that issue, there's going to be continuing of these problems because women will take advantage of it. And now Me Too has emboldened emboldened certain women to come forward with their stories, and that's great, good for them. They can express what happened to them if it's been horrible, but it's also emboldened swindlers and snake oil salesmen, and they come out and they say the same things, and they try to cancel men and get power from that. And that's the problem. And that's the problem with what's happened.
Yep, and they know they can get something out of it, right? So if they're going after someone big, it's like, oh man, I could get some money out of this now, right? Because I had something with Bill Cosby, right? One of those women could be true, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, but the rest of them could all be like women that are like, oh, I did something with Bill Cosby, even though it was consensual. You know what I mean? And I can get something out of this.
I will say, I heard on. Oh, go ahead, Roberto.
What's unfortunate for men is that you're guilty until proven innocent, and that's not the way you want to go into court, man.
Well, I mean, it's all the way around. I mean,
I'm gonna bring a personal into total evidence of this right now. Like literally going through a divorce right now. Right, got 2 kids. The amount of times I've been asked if I've had a DVO against me is like countless now. I can't count it on my fingers anymore. I get asked every time I call in, do you have a DVO? And it's like, I've never hit my wife in my entire existence, and I don't believe.
Oh, what's a DVO?
Hit anybody. Domestic violence order.
Okay.
In other words, and they ask me that over and over again, and different government organizations ask me it each time I call. This is the irony of that. I doubt if she called, she would not be asked that question. I know that for a fact. She would not be asked that question.
Well, I mean,
it's because I'm a man.
It took 2 years to get full custody of my son, and that was a huge court battle. Cost fucking upwards of $25,000, and then she eventually tanked it at the end. Because I mean, she put up a big fight, and I mean, she didn't have a job or a hope at the time. I mean, but she, we went to court, but it took about 2 years, man. And then even when I got full custody, I only get like a quarter of the benefits as a single mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like
because you're a man, you can earn that shit.
Absolutely. So I mean, like, we got the free insurance. That's what we write on pretty much. We get the free insurance. Sometimes they give us food. Like during this pandemic, they gave us food. But
I'm gonna put in a 5-minute warning, guys. 5 minutes we can close it up. So
could I go off of what Matt says? Because
man. I was gonna get everybody to say their last thing. So go ahead.
In these times and days, that they should have come up with some kind of process to, get more guilt out of these cases or prove more people innocent. It's like we evolve so much in certain things and fucking slow down so much on others, and the things that we don't evolve in are the things that will keep us just, Like, who cares if there's a fucking iPhone 13? I'd like everybody to get along again, Sorry if I keep crying for the 80s, but man, it was just such good fucking times. Why hasn't it evolved back to that, Bell bottoms almost kind of made a comeback and all these different trends, but happiness and loving your fellow man and woman, fuck, it's like peace in the Middle East. That shit's never just gonna happen, man.
So we're Gen X.
Everybody's out for themselves, bro. That's what it is right now.
Fucking sad.
And you know what?
Fucking
no
sad.
one ever picks on
Facts, Anzo, like you say. Facts.
It's like they'll be like boomer, millennial, but no one ever fucking picks on Gen X.
Yep. Gaiskar, what do you have to say?
Man, I'm fried.
My friend, me too.
And you ain't even smoking no weed, bro, and you fried.
I'm actually fried. No, but I go right ahead, brother. I'm just saying, like, this, what Roberto said is fucking true, man. Man, I would not change my childhood for nothing, because these times are different, and it's scary. My kids are growing up in these times, man, and this whole virus thing kicked in at a time where she was supposed to be, socializing out with friends, boyfriends, party at clubs, and this virus kicked in and locked everybody up, and things it's just different.
Makes people antisocial, and then you have to don't get me wrong, like about the online platforming like this is great and all, but humans are designed to be social creatures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like tangible creatures.
Exactly.
Where we can actually touch and high five, hug, whatever, and much more. But that's the thing, right? Technology has taken over so much of the personal to replace the personal tangibility that's the problem.
Yep.
And only that, technology has regressed humanity, not progressed humanity.
Just wait till the Neuralink.
Yes. Yo, fucking autocorrect.
Yep.
People don't need to fucking learn how to spell anymore. You know what I mean? They don't need to just type it in, goes right in, boom, there you go. It's ridiculous. I know these things are supposed. They're supposed. Yeah, exactly. These things are supposed to help us out, but in the long run, they hinder us.
Correction. I still have my autocorrect on, but I ignore it. I just fucking.
It's making us dumb.
If I know how to spell the damn word,
I'm just ducking. I'm just ducking.
Like,
yeah, it's hard.
I know, right? When you're trying to spell fucking, it spells
it's always
it's like,
ducking. Yeah.
It's like I'm not like
absolutely.
I don't know. I hear some people that fucking bitch about like when they're trying to spell a certain word and it spells it differently.
You know where it does? Always when you're trying to say.
The thing is, Roberto,
people's names.
Bitch at this shit. I don't even bother bitching at it because you're bitching at an inanimate object for one. What the fuck is your phone gonna do?
I'm bitching at myself. Why don't I proofread my shit? I'm writing something really serious. I press send and then I read it and I look at you, you stupid motherfucker. Half of your shit's fucked up.
Me too.
Like spell check doesn't even fucking correct it, man. It makes me look like I'm stupid.
You're using it in English.
Can I say that? Can I say I'm stupid?
You're using it in English only. Sometimes my keyboard's in fucking Spanish.
Yo, I have Grammarly.
Writing and I can't make fucking
I have Grammarly.
What the duck?
Grammarly is fun. I keep putting that and it's putting theys. What is theys? It's not even a word. THAY.
Right?
It's crazy, man. It's really fucked up. I know what you're saying.
Well, then we gotta pay attention to the neobonic, internet speech that we have going on too, with like, spelling though, like THO and like we're just shortening words.
Right.
You Americans were smart. You took out the U out of color and the U out of honor. I don't know, man. Y'all fucked up the English language.
I don't know. I'll sometimes still spell it. I'll still sometimes spell the word color.
That's funny because like a lot of people
too, just to fuck with people.
A lot of people don't know that the European English and the American English, like certain words are spelled differently. So you can spell those words correctly both ways.
English is also Canadian English.
Yeah, is it the same way for a Canadian English?
Yeah.
Yeah, where
we use the U and the U's and the honor. Yeah.
Like you spell gray the other way, like we spell, I think, ours is GREY.
What about shop? Shop.
We're GRAY.
Yeah.
We are EY.
Yeah, there's a lot of words that are like that too, that are like you can go back and forth, like you can spell them different ways, and it's still correct.
You said this is our going out, Onzo?
Yeah, Paul, go ahead.
Okay, hold on, Paul. Could I just put one more thing in there before you get your shot? I just want to give a shout out to my boy Sparks. 4 in the morning. I got to thank him for hooking me and Onzo up with these beautiful hats. He wanted me to make mention because he didn't have a chance to get on that we're having like a little dilemma in our city with dogs being kidnapped. He had his dog kidnapped, and some random woman saved his dog because it was some bum who stole it, and he didn't shoot the dog, So this woman took the time to fight this guy and rescue his dog. This guy was distraught. He looked homeless when this guy took his dog. It's a big issue in Montreal, and he's trying to do something about it. You know how we love our pets. We got to catch these fucking rats who are stealing people's dogs. That's for you, Sparks.
Wow.
Oh, man, that should have been an O.O.C topic, man. That sounds like a big thing, bro.
And I second that. Sporting the hat today. Much appreciated, Sparks. And for those of you who don't know, I've known him since I was a kid. He was the best friend of my brother. You know what I mean? He used to come around. I actually have a picture on Facebook where I think he's like 16, him and my brother. And they have a picture of my dad, So keep your head up, Sparks. You always know you're in our heart, brother.
Time to wake up.
People stealing fucking dogs. Shit.
I like the design and the color and all that shit, man. The hats.
They're nice.
They look nice.
The logo and the slogan, man.
You know what? We might do something with Mr. Sparks and have some kind of giveaway here. You know, we'll work Onzo, and we'll work something out with the crew and give them away. You know, you guys make some donations to the cause, or
that could work.
Something along those lines. We'll hook you guys up with a 4 a.m. cap. Time to wake up.
Paul.
Oh,
he just muted.
Yeah,
All right, skip Paul. So movie.
Yeah, Movie Aficionados on, first off, Facebook. If you guys are content creators, put your stuff up there. YouTube creators, we got 6,000 members up there. As far as my channel goes, I'm trying to get to 100. I'm going to, man. I have faith in myself. Going to do a giveaway myself. I'm going to give away anime stuff for My Hero Academia and Demon Slayer. Check out my reviews. Love you 3,000. That's it.
Harold's asking how much of the house, Roberto.
I was just texting him. He's gonna be on the show next week, Harold. So unless I can't tell you right now, I'd be lying, but you could try and make a little donation, and if you're the only one, the hat's yours. So either way, you're a winner, brother. So if you can hold up till next week, we'll let you know the price and what we're gonna do to give that hat away or hats away.
Awesome. Yeah, we could do that, definitely. All right, you are up. You are up, Paul. Go ahead.
Yeah. So my final word is what I came in here about. The vaccine is 95% effective at doing away with your symptoms. It is not a cure. You will get COVID if you hang around in hotspots. The end. This propaganda needs to stop.
Facts.
See, guys, this is what we do on the O.O.C. We always bring facts. We always have different opinions up in here, man. And I appreciate everybody that comes and checks out the show. Got people coming in, asking to come on, and that's not a problem. If you guys want it, like I said, it's always open invitation when you want to get stuff off your chest. So, Ensign Rinky, tell the people about yourself, sir, and your channel.
I am Ensign Rinky. I have a YouTube channel as well as a TikTok channel. I do both regularly, I guess. Not as much as YouTube because it takes a lot more time. But I do Star Trek content, most space sci-fi, Stargate, Battlestar Galactica, Babylon 5, Farscape, Dark Matter, you fucking name it. Pretty much anything with Star Wars. Just never was a big Disney or Star Wars fan. But yeah, you can keep me there. Other than that, be kind to each other. I mean, I grew up with the morals of the 24th century. Like my heroes on screen growing up were Kirk and, basically Picard and all these people that I grew up with that I learned how to, get along with fucking people and understand, and because these were the role models of my life, Cisco, all those people. And Drizzt Do'Urden, if you know who that is, who is my favorite literary hero of all time. Another one of my big inspirations is whatnot growing up. But I mean, like, a lot of their stories have to do with like just being fucking kind to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Shit happens. Fucking things do fucking happen. Shitty things happen. That is a fucking fact. Shitty things will always happen. You can, as Captain Picard said, you can, do everything right. Commit no mistakes, and you can still lose. You know why? Because that's life. And just fucking be kind to each other, man. I mean, it's not very hard to do. We can learn how to do this. I mean, I grew up in a city of extremely violent city, might I say, but we learned to get along. I mean, I don't know. So
yeah, that's facts. That's what we do here too. Try to bring people together. You know what I mean? And that's why I like doing this show. Anime, tell the people about your channel, sir.
Well, I got one other thing to say after this outro, but my channel is Kami Anime S1. You can check me out on YouTube. I do anime reviews. I'm gonna be looking towards to do some Marvel content and like review some movies also. And you can check me out also on the same handle at Twitter. But the other thing I wanted to add to was the Cosby situation about his co-star. Try to big him up and say support him, and she's getting ratioed. How y'all feel about that?
Which one? Who came up? Which one?
Felicia Richard?
The wife, the co-star.
Felicia Richard, yeah. Yeah, I just seen that. I'd seen it. I didn't watch the clip on it. you know, whatever.
Retweeting her and quote tweeting her. And
hey man, she worked with him for so many years. You know what I mean? So,
well, I'm sure all those.
I don't blame her for support.
Like, what was it, Slay Moon Fry? All those kids, you know, that worked on Cosby. I'm sure they have a deep connection to the man.
You know, all of them. I think all of them came out. Even Raven Simone came out and stood up to him, stood up for him. So you know what I mean. They're close to him. They stand up for him. You know, that's going to happen when they do that. That's exactly what's going to happen. And I think she knew that, but she's still showing her support. So enough respect to her for that. Man.
I mean, it's like if he was a regular Joe, yeah, maybe he did it. But I mean, the fact that he's a star, has status, and is a very important man culturally to our culture, you know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, that makes him a target, and that sucks.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean,
100%. Andrea, tell the people about yourself, sir.
Hey, I'm Andrea. I'm on MSK's channel for on the streams and stuff like that. Talks about, you know, the reviews, movie reviews, pop culture, and everything, whatever. You know, I just want to say, you know, I just feel like I was born in the wrong fucking generation of being a millennial. I think I was born in the fucking Gen X generation.
It was a good generation to grow up in. Let me tell you, because we know the best. We have the best of both worlds. We have the best of high technology and the best of the old world.
Yeah,
that's true.
And
we know what classics are.
We had a dial on a phone. You know, an actual phone.
These guys don't know what a classic is. They're tired of a song after a week or two. Fuck, we have songs listened to from decades ago.
I know.
You said your last words, Paul, but shout out your channel for the people, man.
My channel is this one right here. That's the name, HalogenHelix. You'll see me on Thursday mornings early if you're American. If you're Australian or in the Australasia Pacific region, you'll see me at 6 p.m. Australian time. I talk pop culture. I talk current events. I talk movies. Sometimes we talk other things. We get serious. Sometimes we real talk. And I will always shit on STD if I have a chance.
Hey, Paul.
I love you, Paul.
I like STD. I like Star Trek Discovery, so he's
Season 1, trash. Season 2, hot trash, but Anson Mount carried. Season 3 was not that bad, but the show is still not good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like
Star Trek.
Season 3 was by far their best season. They did more Trek shit in Season 3 than they've ever fucking done. You know what I'm saying?
Except that dilithium is in everything for some reason. Dilithium is in this tricorder.
Yeah. Too late, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah. I mean, I don't know. You know,
it is what it is. I like
Who's the best captain?
Cisco.
The best captain is. Did you say Cisco?
Cisco.
Facts. Star Trek DS9 is the best Star Trek series for me. Although I grew up on TNG, I watched original series later, and the original series movies are like my favorite.
Me, it's KK.
Well, I mean, the best comparison I've ever heard is like, you know, I mean, everybody's like, you know, DS9 is dark and gritty. Yeah, that it is. But the best comparison I've seen is like, if you look at like DC, right? Mm-hmm. Superman is TNG. Batman is DS9.
Yeah, but DS9 also did what Star Trek does best, and it's like exploring what it is to be human. They always have a character that wants to do that. Odo is that first show.
Most more from by far,
and we get like all these expansions of races like Ferengi, Cardassians, Bajorans, Odo, the Founders, Dominion, all that stuff. So that's the Star Trek.
Yeah, TNG had more philosophical. Like those philosophical introspective moments where, you know, Picard would say something or Worf would say something or, you know, Data would come out and say something. That's what TNG was great at. When it gave you those like philosophical insights. But it's TNG is like the guidebook in how to be Federation, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's like, here's the manual. And DS9 is using that manual in a practical situation. You know,
and Gaiskar, talk to the people. Tell them about your channel, sir.
The Basco Scenario, gaming clips, reviews. You can find me right here where everything started for me. Thanks to Roberto and Anzo. Later on, Danny and Chris from Chaos. You can find me on Chaos Central related stuff. So make sure you subscribe to everybody on this panel.
Indeed.
And again, chat, man, thank you so much for coming up here every single week. It's fire every day.
Absolutely. And hold on, Roberto. So what? That's why he's the best, because he tongue lashed the green woman.
You know what I mean? Who would do that? Who would do that? You see how tight he pulled her up?
Yeah.
He pulled her so tight she broke her rib, man. Kirk is a fucking player, yo.
Kirk is a player.
Okay, like while Kirk, Janeway, Archer, and Picard were gallivanting across the galaxy, saving planet after planet, not giving a fuck of what happens after they leave, Cisco was stuck at home with the hard decisions.
Yeah, he had to make some hard choices, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is a tough argument. I think this is an hour show right
he
here.
had to deal with the social political situation of an enslaved entire planet, enslaved that it was trying to build itself again, plus deal with the religious issues of being like an emissary to like their gods. Like there was a lot of stuff that he had to deal with on his shoulders.
Well, even in the Pale Moonlight, like when Cisco walks over to that board in the Pale Moonlight, he's like, "Oh, Fridays." He's like, this is when the fatality from the war report comes out, and he's literally looking at all the people, and there's people surrounding this board. You felt like people were actually fucking dying. Like that episode relays the information. That this is a thing,
the best episode of Star Trek ever is the one where he starts off and he's like, he's talking to the camera, and it's about when they try to get the Romulans into the war, and he actually goes against every principle he has. Yeah. It's the greatest episode of Star Trek.
It's like computer erased that whole entire thing.
I watch any Star Trek.
I'll do this though, because Roberto seemed like he interested in the Star Trek conversation, right? And I didn't really know that. So next week,
old school Star Trek. I'm old school.
Oh, I love Kirk too. Kirk by separate.
Dude, the original series paved the way. That Trinity, man, they've never repeated that. McCoy, Bones.
You can ask about the Doctors too.
The humor that they give off, right? Like especially like Wrath of Khan,
that's my all-time favorite.
It's the greatest Star Trek movie ever made.
That was my all-time favorite. I think I watched it 7 times.
Well,
that was fucking sick. Ricardo Montalban.
I've seen it a couple of times. I don't remember much.
Probably my 3 favorites.
Really, you like Star Trek Enterprise? That's why I asked in the private chat if you have a discussion show about this, because like I'd love to pick your brain on this, because I feel like it got good in season 4. It became Star Trek in season 4. I didn't like Xindi. I didn't like that 1 and 2.
What about Janeway?
Yeah, Janeway,
dude.
Janeway's a tough one, man. She's tough.
After season 1, right, and this comes into the writing issues as well. She even says this after season 1, when they tried to make her a man in season 1. They hired a woman to be a man commander. In season 2, she gets much better. Yeah, I've got the. Is that Special Spock?
Cool.
No,
that's all of them.
Yeah, I've got the special edition.
Oh wow,
the Wrath of Khan #1.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to make it a fun O.O.C. next week. I'm going to invite you guys on, Paul, Ensign, Ricky, Roberto. You guys can talk your Star Trek. Josh, you Star Trek?
I'll probably be at work.
I'll just sit down and chill and listen, man. That's all.
Oh, okay.
I've never honestly, out of all the shit that I'm into, I'm doing anime, superhero stuff, Star Wars, even comics, Magic the Gathering. I've never seen an episode. I've never seen an episode of Star Trek. Never seen the movies.
What? Oh wow. So I mean, like I'm all sci-fi,
for that.
Music. I play guitar, bass, and piano.
I mean too. I'm in all this stuff, and I don't know what it was. Star Trek just never came up and never popped up in my life.
I grew up watching it.
You know when I fall out of these shows? When they go back before the time that got me interested. Even with Star Wars, when they went before Star Wars, that's when I kind of lose interest, because I'm like saying to myself, why didn't they come up with that first?
I mean, Star Wars to me is more fantasy. I mean, I like the movies, but I'm not a big fucking fan, because I mean, like a lot of the canon written afterwards, besides like the
you can actually kill the first one if you don't do that one.
Made, and people wish to start, the actual show or movies actually followed some of that canon. Instead of what they did, and I could see
if you want to do runoffs of each character, I'm all down for that, because I like to know their history before they linked up at this journey. Like individually, but to do the whole movie, for me, I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, I tried to watch the Chris Pine thing, and I kind of got bored with it.
Those are around too, because it's all like Okay, the only thing in Star Trek that ever turned Star Trek to sci-fi fantasy and science fiction, Q. Anytime Q came on the show, he turned Star Trek from science fiction into science fantasy, and that was pretty much their big exception. You know,
did you guys perfect this too, yo?
Yeah.
Harold, we were fucking holding our fingers over our kids to get that shit, huh?
Harold, you are no longer welcome on my channel, man.
What happened?
He said he never liked Star Wars and Mandalorian.
Hey, that was like Bill Burr. Bill Burr hated Star Wars, and then he, went on the show, I guess. So,
but your best episodes are Star Trek are the ones where they leave it open ended at the end for the the viewer to decide whether it was a right or wrong choice. Like, and there's a lot of good episodes that make you actually fucking think. Like, man, that's kind of a fucked up decision. I mean, I guess it's kind of fucked up either way.
That show really touched me, yo.
So you say you're working? You say you're working next week, Ensign?
Yeah, I work 6 days a week. My car's in the shop right now. It gets out the shop tomorrow. So I mean, like Mondays are usually my day off. So, but I'm just here because I don't have a car.
Got you. Well, I'll speak to Roberto if he wants to do that. I can set an hour away for the O.O.C. and you guys could talk Star Trek. I don't have no problems with that. I think maybe we can lighten it up a bit for the next episode. We'll start. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll start off. We'll take questions from the chat, Roberto, and then if you guys want to go into Star Trek for the last hour, not a problem, guys. Go into your Star Trek shit, man.
So we'll have some Star Trek love.
Absolutely, 100%.
DS9 is a pinnacle that Star Trek has reached and never got back to.
All right. Well, we'll discuss some of that next week. Paul, I will send you the link for that. I know you like your Star Trek. I don't know if Andrea's into Star Trek, but hey, man, I'll send it because
I would have to rewatch like some Star Trek again.
Exactly, that's your homework.
Wait, Flash is just dropping in now.
That's a huge.
Just watch DS9. That's all you need.
I've ever done in high school.
Watch DS9.
What?
No, Flash dropped in. Yeah, he flashed in a little bit earlier.
I'm talking about Master Swag King. What the hell is he talking about?
There are literal disabled veterans. Like disabled
trolling.
It's helpful to them.
I have a few Star Trek things that I like. You know what I mean? I don't say
This
I hate
guy's
it.
just rage baiting.
But we'll definitely talk about that next week. So, Paul, I'll send you the link. We'll have a conversation on that. Plus, chat will also take questions from you guys, so have it prepared for next week. With that being said, we are going to close it up. It was a great show. I want to thank my panel for coming on. I want to thank you guys for watching. This was a great episode, man. Like I said, we always bring the fire, and this was no different. With that being said, peace, love, and hair grease.